Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the Nocturnal Nerdcast, Pop Culture in the Dark. We got some breaking news. We're going to talk about this in a moment. Some big news about Warner Brothers and Netflix that I just saw pop up on my screen, so we're definitely going to talk about that. A few other topics to talk about. Let me clear the banner here. Clear banner out. We're going to clear this little QR code out. If I can find it. There we go. Clear that out. Okay, everything's good now. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. We're going to be talking about some casting stuff for Batman Part 2, possible casting stuff. Starfleet Academy, we got some pictures for Spider Noir. We're going to look at that. We got the teams, the official teams for Doomsday. We're going to talk about that as well. So we have a bunch of stuff to talk about. But we do have, well, I thought we had 3 people in the green room. Now we have 1 person in the green room. So I don't know where the other 2 people went. But we're going to bring them up on screen now. We have Ronan Unchained in the building. What is up, Ronan? Oh, you're muted, by the way. Oh.
How you doing, man?
Good. I saw 2 other people in there, but they jumped out. I guess they're restarting or something.
That's my guess, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we got a bunch of really crazy stuff that happened all of a sudden today. Yeah, Naruto, I'm going to look at that in a second as well. There's just bad news, crazy news, good news this week, rumors. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about all that. And we got a couple things here. Silhouetted Animator became a YouTube member. I thought you already were, but thank you for becoming a member again, I guess, Silhouetted Animator, unless you just upgraded your tier. But thank you. And this right here, $2 super chat from Naruto. R.I.P. Kerry Tagawa.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I had to double check. Whenever somebody says someone died, I'm always like, well, let me double check and make sure they're really gone. What is do you have a favorite role from?
Obviously, people keep bringing up Shang Tsung, which I agree with.
Yeah.
But, like, to me, it was Johnny Tsunami's uncle. Because my uncle's, I consider my uncle's very cool. And, like, the closest I got to feeling someone like that in television and movies was him and Johnny Tsunami. And I was just like, damn, I always wanted to meet him and just be like, hey, man, we have nothing in common except that, like, when you were in Johnny Tsunami, you remind me of my uncles a lot.
Yeah.
And I wish I got to meet him and shake his hand at least once, but I didn't.
Yeah, I heard he's incredibly, like, polite stand-up guy, great actor, no drama, as far as I know. So, yeah.
He was also in American Me, which I remember when I'm like, oh shit, that's him right there. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Okay, somebody just popped into the green room. You might recognize them. Darren.
Hello.
Hi, Darren.
Has popped into the green room. We're very festive in here tonight. I changed the branding for the holidays, so for the month of December. We got the mistletoe over on the Nerdcast with the bow, background with toys and video games and stuffed animals and all that. So thought we'd be a little bit festive for the month of December.
I would have brought my tree, but I'm like half asleep right now, and I'm like, I don't want to make noise right now.
Well, we are in the process of getting our trees, yes, plural, trees up in the house. So there we go. We got a few different comments in the chat here. Where is that here? Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Anybody seen that yet? No. I didn't see the first one. I saw clips from it. I didn't even see it. I'm not a big fan. Like, I'm an OG FNAF player back when the game first came out. But then over time, I just stopped playing it. And so it went on to become very popular. Shout out, for the people that love the game. But wasn't really my thing. So I don't know. In the chat, was the movie good? Let me know. Give me your score out 1 out of 10. Was it any good?
I've heard bad things. Have you seen the Rotten Tomatoes thing that?
I'll look it up. Let me look it up. Hold on. All right. Let's see. What is it? Oh no! Hold on. Look, you guys know I don't take this too seriously, but this is really funny, right? I just have to. 12%.
It went down. It was 14, and now it's 12.
Oh no!
Wild.
Yeah, I don't know. I had some friends. So one of my friends got asked out on a date tonight to go see this movie, And they were like, I never saw the first one, but the person they were going with loves this, like the whole franchise and everything. And they were just like, at least I hope it's a good movie, since I don't know much about it. And I'm thinking, like, looking at the score, they're probably out of the movies now. I should text them and be like, how was the movie? Did you enjoy it? Was it any good? 12%, man. 12%. Madam Web type shit. Yep, Fetman, of course.
Jesus.
Of course. Quindlin's in the building. I didn't like the first one, so not surprised. Yeah, not my speed too much. I don't know. Say here, JYCV says, as someone who's a fan of the games and like the first movie, I thought the sequel was a step down. You need to be aware of the second game for you to understand what happens in the movie. So, in other words, people that are going into it without being fans are just completely confused, I guess. I will say this, if you're making a movie about anything, adapting anything, you need to at least make it so that people who don't engage in that stuff outside of the film are going to at least understand it to some degree. I feel like that's your responsibility as a filmmaker, I think, to do that.
Again, that's why I think Last of Us and Fallout, different IPs and different things. Like Last of Us is very like there's a story. Like if you fuck with the story, you fuck with what it is about and the characters. Fallout, very open world, it has some stories, and that's why they had Lucy and the goal and all that. And I'm like, there's your different best examples of how to do it. And even in a world post those first seasons or those two shows, even now I'm very picky. What games adaptations I'd love picking out, like Borderlands, I've never seen yet.
Yeah. I don't like. I would almost argue that these adaptations are more for the casual audience than it is the main audience, because the main audience has the games. They've like experienced that story, and they will always have that. The like non-gamers, like I feel like this is their opportunity to jump into that world for the first time, who maybe don't have the game consoles, aren't gamers, aren't within that world. Like especially the ones that are very faithful, like Last of Us. I think you will enjoy The Last of Us season 1 if you played the games. I think you will enjoy it more if you haven't, though, because that's a brand new experience.
Well, like the people that I've watched it with did not play the games at all, and they've enjoyed both seasons of it.
Yeah,
like very much. And they're like, should we play the games? I'm like, I don't know if you should go back and play the games after watching the show. I don't know if it's gonna. It hits really hard when you're playing the game because you're experiencing it as you're playing it. Yeah. So, all right. So we got a couple super chats. Silhouette Animator. One of those is related to a topic we're going to be discussing, so we're going to hold off on that one. But we do have this one here, a $4.99 super chat. Getting scared at Five Nights at Freddy's is like crying at the end of a Paw Patrol movie. Well, it's a bunch of jump scares. In the game, it is a little bit jump scary. Like it does startle you, but in the movie, does it? I don't know. I don't know if it's the same vibe when you're going to the movie. I don't know. Not my thing. A $5 super chat from Naruto here. Eric, did you hear Arthur Darvill and Karen Gillian are launching a Doctor Who podcast? Really?
Mm-hmm. I think it's like a rewatch podcast thing.
Is it like on Spotify or something?
Shout out to that fan base.
Yeah. I tell you what, ever since COVID happened, everyone wants to be on a podcast.
Oh yeah,
everybody does. It's pretty crazy, actually. Anyway, thank you for the super chat. Silhouetted, we'll get back to yours when we get to that topic. I see it there. Don't worry, we will get to it. The first thing I'm going to talk about is semi-breaking news. Netflix wins bidding war for Warner Brothers.
Is it official?
They're going. This is the shareholders from Warner Brothers have accepted whatever the bid is, and now they're going to sit down and talk about like the details of this merger or this purchase or whatever you want to call it. Paramount is pissed off. They're really fucking mad about it. They're going to try and block this, obviously. This was one of the worst case scenarios for me, was Netflix. Universal, I would have been okay with. Sony, I would have been okay with. Even Apple, I think, would have been
Apple
better,
would have been, pretty good. Yeah.
The two worst ones were Netflix and Paramount. They were the two worst ones. Oh my gosh, this is just not good.
I'm nervous about and again, I bet you're going to read through this and stuff.
Yeah,
like that,
we're going to read it. I want to be comprehensive on this one.
I'm worried about the window because we've heard that keyword everyone keeps talking about, that like 2-week window rumor. And if that ends up happening, I'm nervous for the future of just not only DC, because I know that's only a portion of their market, but imagine like Barbie if it was a 2-week window. Imagine Superman if it was a 2-week window. Like that is
limited theaters,
insane.
2-week window and limited theaters, not even a wide release. We have another person that popped in the green room. Joe has arrived. Crazy Joe's in the building. Did you see this news, Joe?
I did not. I've been at an event all night. That's why I'm late. So,
yeah.
But this is sad news.
Yeah. We're going to read the article, see what it says here, get the details on it.
But I'll tell you that there is a little bit of good news buried in here. And that is that Netflix already said they were going to leave Warner Brothers alone. So this does confirm that the Snyderverse is truly dead.
That's true. That's true. Silver linings, right? All right. Netflix has emerged victorious with what appears to be the highest and so far winning bid for Warner Brothers Discovery. Deadline is learned and will start exclusive talks to finalize a deal. This caps a tumultuous day that saw Paramount move aggressively to counter the giant streamer and seal a deal of its own for Warner Brothers Discovery. Netflix offered around $28 a share for WBD. That's a little bit lower than I thought. I thought they were shooting for above 40, but they did 28, so that's interesting. It's been a fast-moving process and one that will reshape the entertainment landscape dramatically. WBD put itself on the block. I think that's it. That's all they know. All right, so it is exactly what I said. They won the bidding war, and now they're going to go into talks about acquisition. I am very... Okay, so let me reiterate my concerns again for anybody that might be new and they haven't heard me talk about this, but I just want to go into why I'm concerned. And you know what? The 2-week window thing is probably at the top of everybody's list. Like the idea that movies, regardless of size, regardless of who's directing it, whatever that might be, will be locked into this shorter theatrical window, right? That is a possibility. And that everything will somehow tie back into the streaming service. It will tie back into Netflix in some way. Yeah. That's one of the big concerns. My other concern is what happens to a lot of these smaller movies that Warner Brothers would put out with like these directors who don't like these big budget tentpole franchises. Are we going to see that go away and it'll just be shoved into Netflix at this point?
Yeah.
Any remaining contracts
just
getting shoved into Netflix. I don't know. We got a couple people dropped in. Jake is in the building. What is up, Jake? And Organized Chaos Bob has arrived in the building. So nice panel this evening. A bunch of people showed up. I guess this scared everybody out of hiding. I don't know. I want to get everybody's feelings on this. I've said what I want to say. I want to hear kind of where everybody else is on this.
Well, I was promised $50 if I came in tonight, so.
Well, you're much cheaper than that guy from Den of Nerds.
Wait, people are getting paid for this? I'm getting ripped off.
The $50 was not promised for me, so somebody else on the panel promised it.
Darren,
you put Star Trek in the thumbnail. That's like catnip. I had to be here.
That was kind of for me.
We haven't got to that yet. That is one of the topics. We haven't got there yet. I'm just curious. Like, is anybody really apprehensive about this? What does this look like for the future of movies? Is Netflix going to give a shit about theaters? You know what I mean? That's kind of where my mind goes.
The theater window is going to be even smaller than it already is if that's the case.
And there's no VOD market anymore. This would kill VOD because all these movies would not go out to pay-per-view. They would just go directly to Netflix.
I mean, this is part of the issue. The government, back a long time ago, they made the law that essentially movie studios couldn't own theaters. That's why AMC is different from Disney. But with this streaming thing, because so many freaking politicians are in the government pocket, or in these corporations' pocket, they've just let it go. And now we have to deal with the fact that if Netflix just buys Warner Brothers, then what is all their movies is going to go to streaming now? Like, I mean, that's a distinct possibility.
Here's the thing, though. Like, they have been like playing around with the concept, right? Especially recently. Like, we just saw Knives Out hit theaters. We've just seen Frankenstein hit theaters. We're about to see Stranger Things hit theaters. So I think maybe this has kind of been in the cards for a while. I think Netflix has been playing around with the idea for a while. I know a while ago, and I don't think it was anything official, but I know they were playing around like, well, what if Netflix opened their own movie theater kind of thing? I think that was all bullshit, right? But like,
well, I believe the old law would still be in effect for that one. They couldn't do that.
And they bought the Egyptian.
Sure. But like, again, like they've been playing around, I think, with this concept for a while. I think Netflix has been trying to evolve itself more than like just a streaming service. Is more of a concept. They just introduced like video games and stuff like that as well. So it's like they're definitely trying to morph into something more. I guess my main question is like, one, the theatrical window is my main concern, obviously. And also, like this might be an answer people already have, what's up with Max, right? Like, what's up with HBO Max? Are they going to merge into one thing? Are we going to see, like, Last of Us on Netflix and, stuff like that? Like, so, like, those are my main questions.
Watch Stranger Things on HBO Max.
Thank God I bought it on Blu-ray.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if they can, I 100% could see Max is going away and it just being Netflix.
Yeah,
this giant, very similarly to what they're doing with Hulu right now with Disney. Because
the only difference I see is that HBO is a network, like a network. It's not like another streaming service.
That's true.
It's a cable network.
What Darren's describing was kind of the case, way back in the day. It's like there wasn't all these different competing streaming services. Netflix, really were holding absolute power, like Palpatine for a while. Like they were where you would go for pretty much everything. But now it's gotten to the point, especially with all these different merges that happen, and like, hey, we're going to include Disney plus Hulu plus Paramount plus insert service here into this bundle deal, and with how much they're charging for it, they're charging you about as much as you would for cable. The only difference is you get to pick your program. That's it.
I'm just looking through. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I'm kind of getting to a point where I miss the days where Netflix was just a DVD mailing service.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like the biggest franchises they have obviously is like for us would be the DC stuff. They have the Harry Potter stuff. They have Game of Thrones. They have the MonsterVerse, which is like the King Kong Godzilla universe.
Okay, yeah.
They still have Looney Tunes, even though they Warner Brothers kind of offloaded a lot of that stuff. The Barbie universe, whatever that is, Lord of the Rings, also.
I think they have Adult Swims. It's usually where all anime goes to.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so much that Netflix, if they win this, that's going to turn them into a monster. Like
I don't know
if be through the roof in terms of IP.
Have you already talked about, or are you going to talk about David Ellison's response to this?
You can if you have it, you can talk about it. I haven't brought it up.
I mean, David Ellison did this huge open layer where he was essentially complaining about Warner Brothers favoring Netflix's bid. And as much as I'm not a fan of David Ellison, I'm like, you're kind of killing your chances at this point. Like, there's no way after you've made this open layer that they're ever going to consider you. You've just canceled yourself out. This is like the worst response you could have had.
Yeah.
Well, David Ellison will try to buy Netflix now.
It feels like when Disney bought Fox, where it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
We're going to get the X-Men and FF, but like people are going to lose jobs.
That's
the industry's going to get tighter.
That's the thing is like I'm not so concerned about the actual properties. I think the properties will do what they're going to do wherever they are.
Yeah.
But it's all of the other people that aren't the stars, that aren't the directors, that aren't the people at the top end. Like they're going to cut the workforce by at minimum like 25 to 30%. When it comes to this, for sure, 100%. But the other thing is that what do event movies look like? You know what I mean? Or is it all just 2 weeks?
Will they even work anymore?
I do think this will lead to less layoffs than if Paramount took it. Because if Paramount took it, there would have been more redundancies. So I do think there will probably be less layoffs with Netflix than there would have
also,
been.
What does Netflix value go to if they acquire Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
I'm going to look that up right now while sitting here.
Here's what I will say, and this isn't necessarily a good thing, but like I do understand why Netflix wants it, right? Because what is Netflix's biggest thing right now? They don't have a lot of IPs right now, right? All of their IPs have either ended or they're based on like some like adaptation of a thing. If they get this, they have the biggest IPs. Let's be honest, the biggest IPs in the world.
It's Pandora's box. Yeah.
They get the Friends, they get the like Big Bang Theories, they get DC, they get they get Looney Tunes. Like this is the shit. They will have a fucking field day. They will have all the IP in the world that they want at their fingertips, plus all their acquired shit, where they're bringing in all the other big guns from all the other, stuff that they share by. Like they will be huge. Like they.
It says here the most realistic expectations would take it into $1 trillion market cap company, and they're saying the more conservative, projections are like 800 to 900 billion dollar market cap, but they're saying that they could even go if you're talking about like a bullish number, you could go up to like a 1.3 trillion dollar valuation for the company.
I do want to bounce off Darren's idea because Darren was talking about how Netflix would get all these IPs now, and there's a negative side to that because while Netflix is buying up lots of like smaller movies and stuff like that. And they die on streaming service, but like at least they're buying them up and like giving them a possible audience. If they have all these IPs, they don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah,
we'll get more DC shows. We'll get more DC TV shows for sure.
It's weird.
I'll say this. I'm sorry. Go on, Ronan.
Just a quick thing that like recently, I think it was yesterday, I saw Jorge Gutierrez, the guy who did Book of Life. He did El Tigre. He recently announced hinting at, I'm working on something at Warner Brothers Animation, and it's a Speedy Gonzalez figure he was holding. And it's like, oh.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw that too.
Hear this news. And again, it's just a small increment. Just like, well, who knows what the hell's going to happen to that project. Like, if Coyote vs. Acme had issues before this, imagine anything that's in development right now or anything that's trying to get developed is going to get probably sodomized by this.
I'll say this. I saw somebody in the chat say HBO content will just go to Netflix now. I don't think that's true. Because one thing Netflix said from the get-go is they're not interested in traditional linear broadcast channels. And we know that Warner Brothers had a plan to split the television or the TV networks and the theatrical side into a separate entities.
There is a reality here. I know we haven't seen the details about it, but there is a reality here where they don't want HBO.
I don't think they do. I think HBO will probably be sold separately. I think
they might sell HBO as a network or a channel. Right. And then network, it'll have to license out content like it did back in the day before it was owned by Warner Brothers.
The question is, what does that do to a show like Lanterns that's being developed?
Exactly.
Ding, no, I think any future DC shows, like if let's say Booster Gold, if Booster Gold isn't in development yet, they'll probably develop that for Netflix. But
Netflix could realistically restart the Arrowverse. They already had the Arrowverse on Netflix.
You just got Darren bricked up.
It did really well. No, I'm not joking. People think that like this is not a joke, right? I'm not saying like the Arrowverse that we had before, like with all the shows and all the same actors. I mean, like the idea of creating this like shared universe of DC shows that are on a more milder budget, but they're able to like reach into like the deep recesses of DC Comics and pull out characters that we haven't seen before. You know?
It carried DC in live action through the 2010s. So,
we know Netflix likes these types of shows. Netflix, so HBO and HBO Max had to justify a certain price point for the quality of the shows they're making. Netflix does not. Netflix has a market of shows that come out of places like Canada and other places around the world that are filmed on that smaller budget that they put out on their streaming service because they know that their viewers will watch that. There is a reality where they're willing to invest a little bit less money than what like HBO would put into a DC show, but a little bit more money than what like the Arrowverse costs per episode, because it would be like an 8 to 10 episode series.
And imagine how much budgets right now are going to go up and down because Netflix is known for not letting their numbers out. Right. And so everything's gonna be very closed doors, and like it I don't know. I'm a fan of Netflix, but
I think it's more likely that we see a continuation of something like the Arrowverse than we see anything like the Snyderverse.
I agree.
Oh yeah, that'd be much easier to do too.
One thing I will say, and again, I'm not thrilled about this. I'm not thrilled about mergers anyway. No. I think they're a devilish concept in general, but one thing that I kind of had against HBO, or not against them, but I think one of their downfalls, it was not a worldwide streaming service. It was not this international thing. And I will say that I think put DC behind a lot of the international fans, because I have friends overseas that have to either pirate like Creature Commandos and Peacemaker, or they just don't watch it. They have to wait for it to come over there.
Or they watch people react to it on YouTube or watch people's reviews of it.
If this stuff goes to Netflix instead, that does open up a lot more eyes to an audience. And like in general, Netflix does have a very like prominent, I guess, fan base. Like when a big show hits Netflix, a lot of people watch it if marketed right. So like you could have a show like Lanterns hit Netflix and it do massive numbers you may not see on like HBO Max, because HBO Max doesn't have. It can have a huge following, but it takes a lot more.
Yeah, if you look at it this way, I think the biggest damage that would be done by this is the theatrical releases. Like that would be the big thing we would see like suffer unless there's a plan for that we don't know about. But I think all the TV stuff, like all the shows and stuff, would actually do better under Netflix than they have under HBO.
I, in theory, agree. Yeah.
So, all right, we have some super chats here. A $20 super chat from Staggervore. Thank you so much, Staggervore. So I read that even if the WBD split happens, Warner Brothers will still provide content for Cartoon Network because they'll still have ownership of the brand, though WB Animation. So what is that? My Adventures with Superman Season 3 will likely, more likely than not, still air on Adult Swim. Okay, yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right, so here's the thing. We're all of my comments are under the assumption that they're buying everything. Like they're going into the table and they're buying everything. There is a reality where they decide there's things they don't want, and they're not included in the acquisition. What those things are would probably still work independently, or they would be ran by Discovery, most likely.
Or the worst case scenario, they don't last, right? There is a world where we might see a mass cancellation of things that we love, and that's also terrifying. Like, you know, like we lived through the like Next Star CW buyout. What happened to all our favorite shows? Oh, that one's canceled. Oh, that one's canceled. Oh, that one's canceled. Oh, that one's going to their final season. Like, I would not be shocked if some of these are like, well, My Adventures is ending with season 3, or you know, stuff like that. Like,
and they're writing off My Adventures with Green Lantern. Completely write it off. We'll never see the first episode of it.
I mean, they love writing off Green Lantern stuff.
The only thing I will say is Netflix is less trepidatious on TV stuff. So, I mean, if anything is going to go, I think the TV stuff is somewhat safe as long as they think they can put it on their service. Cartoons are extremely popular on Netflix. There may be a reality where all the cartoon stuff is pretty much safe because the cartoons do well. I think the reality is we lose the big budget shows that have a very niche audience. The stuff that doesn't pull in the bigger numbers. You know, Lanterns might be at risk. It might be a show they don't feel comfortable. If they get DC, they might not feel comfortable with that show. You know,
I'm so curious about fucking Harry Potter. Like, what's gonna happen there? That's one of the biggest. I mean,
and they got an 8-year contract. Everybody's under an 8-year contract.
That's going to be the biggest show in the world, right? Stranger Things is ending currently. That is going to easily be the biggest show in the world. I don't care.
On IP recognition alone.
It is going to be massive, and Netflix is going to want it. Netflix is going to be like, I don't know about this stuff. That one.
Well, the other thing is that you got to think that stuff may get pushed back by years because of this. Stuff that was scheduled to come out next year may get delayed for years. The Batman Part 2 could get delayed for years if this happens. Like, any project that is in development right now that is not already like in the process of being released could see massive delays. Massive delays. We got a $5 super chat from Screwface Capone. Remember when Blockbuster turned down the chance to buy Netflix in an alternative universe? This is about Blockbuster Video acquiring Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
And I believe Blockbuster Video is owned by Paramount, aren't they? Wasn't that a Viacom company? Or
I think you're right.
I think Paramount owns that IP.
Yeah.
So the Essence would have got what they wanted.
It's so funny. Back in the day, was it who was it that mentioned something about? I think it was you, Bob, about when Netflix was like a DVD through mail service or something.
Yes,
like
yes.
Yeah. Who would have thought that that starting there they'd be where they are right now is like the largest media distribution platform in the world. I mean, that's essentially what they are.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
See, Screwface with another $2. Orange is the New Black. Oz crossover for the win.
God.
Oh Lord, why?
Oh, but
You know,
here's
we-
the
we
crazy.
were-
Go ahead. Sorry. Good.
We were just talking about that Netflix house in King Prussia, Pennsylvania, on my show the other day.
Yeah.
Imagine the IP they'd have that shit Netflix though. You could have all
Yeah.
DC content, and it'd be crazy.
Is anybody else getting lag from Joe? Or is it just me?
Yeah, I am as well.
No,
I'm
Yeah.
lagging.
Oh, yeah.
A
It was
little
like
bit. Like
a
right
little
now,
bit,
you're fine, but a little
Yeah.
bit just then. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so what I was gonna say is, let me see if I can remember. Rewind my thoughts. Is that would we get full seasons dropped at once, or would they do like a week-to-week release like they're doing now with HBO Max?
someone
I
said
didn't think about that.
Netflix has gone kind of weird because, like, right now they're doing the spaced out Stranger Things release.
Oh, event. Yeah.
But yeah, so like they've been experimenting with doing more spaced out releases, so I could see it going either way, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know. I hate because like that goes like directly against Gunn's whole vision, right? If like they have said they're not messing with James Gunn's plans, blah blah blah, then they have to do weekly. Because James Gunn has said on the record he does not do binge drops. He does weekly releases, and like stuff like that might be where they're at a crossroads, being like, well, I want it done like this, and them being like, well, no, we do it like this.
I think maybe they could come up with, like, if they do something like Stranger Things, Gunn might be a bit more appreciative, where it's like we'll release like 3 episodes here, and then a couple weeks there, 3 episodes. Gunn might be a bit more open to that.
I think
Has
maybe-
Netflix have they even done it all episodes at once recently? Like, I think everything is staggered now, right?
there's
What
events,
was the last
yeah.
all episodes at once they did?
I mean, they're smaller shows they've done, but like all their event shows, like Wednesday, One Piece, Cobra Kai, Stranger Things, they're all like 2 to 3 events. Maybe a good compromise might be like what they did with like Arcane, if I remember correctly, where for like Arcane they did this like 3 to 4 week event where each week they would drop like 2 or 3 episodes leading into the end of the season. So it is technically still weekly, but it feels like this kind of miniature kind of version of that where it's like, okay, it's 4 weeks instead of like 8, which I still don't love, but it's at least better. It's like a better version of that, I think. I don't know. I don't know.
Hold on for a second here. I'm bookmarking a couple things. So if they did like a hybrid version, like what they're doing with Stranger Things, where they're doing like multiple episode drops over like a month's time,
Right.
is that good enough, or is that something that everybody would be opposed to? Like, how do we feel about that? Because that's sort of a hybrid way of doing it.
I mean, as somebody who does streaming, I prefer doing the chunks because all episodes at once is just too fucking much. But that's the regular audience, I'm not so sure about.
Plus, it also limits the conversation bandwidth too. Like
Yeah.
if it all drops at once, you talk about it for a bit and then it's done. No one's talking about it. If they
And everybody's going to be
release it
talking about the ending, so all the middle pieces don't really mean anything.
and like if you release it in week to week, you get to and you get to analyze the stuff bit by bit. You get to talk about the beginning, the middle, the end, and it doesn't just become a cluster of conversation that's dead in a week.
I have to tell you, I've seen a lot of people very excited because of the way Stranger Things episode 4 did their cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited. I'm ready to see the
I mean,
next episode.
I'm seeing people excited, but then I'm getting annoyed because I see people go, "Oh, I don't like this character's arc in this season." I'm like, the season's not over yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you haven't seen the arc.
Yeah, I mean, but like I will say, this is the most I've ever seen a conversation for Stranger Things on the like consistent basis. Because typically you just kind of drop it out all at once. There's not this like what's going to happen next conversation, there is this season, because you have a very recent date. You're like, okay, in 1 month we're coming back, and it ends in a cliffhanger. We haven't had really a big Stranger Things cliffhanger moment of like conversation.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody yet, but the episode 4, major cliffhangers, major reveals and major
very
cliffhangers.
cool, honestly. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I think
one of my predictions for this season came true already.
well,
and I think after the Christmas release we'll get the biggest cliffhanger, because honestly the penultimate episode's always a big deal, and I suspect the final episode is going to be like 2.5 hours long.
I don't know. I mean, I think the penultimate episode of season 4 was probably the worst episode of that season. If I'm being honest.
Okay. Space and Goats with a $5 super chat and a channel member. Thank you so much, Space and Goats. Sorry, lady, if you already talked about this. What do you guys think about theater releases for movies like Sinners or Screwed? We didn't really talk too much about it because I think we're shifting into another topic, but I will give a moment to let people share their opinions about this. I think that big tentpole movies, event movies, will at the very least get a 2-week window for a release, in a somewhat wide release, not a full release, but like somewhat wide in terms of like getting as many theaters as possible. I will hate the idea that in my area, because of the theaters I have are local theaters, right? The closest ones to me, probably won't get those movies, and I will have to watch them on Netflix. Yeah. That really bums me out, because I like going to the theaters to see movies that I really want to see, and that's going to really, really screw me over. Unless they commit to doing more with their films, like their bigger films. Because something like Sinners, even though it was amazing in theaters, it would have 100% been direct to Netflix if they owned that IP.
Yeah,
100%.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
I think they have to at least consider the option of doing a longer form. Like, I think they at least have to consider it. And again, maybe if it's not doing well, they could be like, "Oh, all right, let's throw it on there." But again, I think these next couple years are going to be a big experiment time. I think we're going to see in a couple weeks with Stranger Things. I think that's going to make a lot of money for Netflix. I would even suggest maybe doing it more than 2 days, because I think it only being 2 days is kind of insane. But watch The Waters there, and then really this time next year we have to watch The Space, because we're getting Narnia. Narnia is a big IP. That is a Christmas time movie.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's going to be let's see how that does. Let's see how that works for us.
I'll be honest, I keep on forgetting Narnia's coming out. That's gonna be huge.
That's another thing, is Netflix is not the best at promotion. They're not the best at promotion. That's a big problem with Netflix.
December, Jake.
December.
I know.
I mean, like, when in December? Like, we're in December.
No, next December.
Oh, next December. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is going to be interesting, because they'll be paired with like fucking Doomsday.
Avengers, yeah.
I know with Stranger Things, it was something I slept on for a while. And finally, I was like looking at my daughter. I was like, "Hey, you want to check out this series? It's lots of people talking about. Let's check this out."
Yeah, I mean, when I first saw the series, only season 1 was out at the time, and I'd seen it popped up in my recommended. I was like, "Oh, I'll check out an episode, see what this is about." I binged that entire season in one fucking day.
Yeah,
dude, I was sold with the John Carpenter's opening. I was like, "Oh, this is awesome."
Oh yeah.
All right, so now we're going to talk about whether people are Trekkies or Trekkers or whatever you are. This is the new poster for Starfleet Academy. It's the first season of new Star Trek live action, like a new series of that we've had in a while. It comes out on January 15th, so it's right around the corner. Let's take a look at the full poster here and give our thoughts on it. First and foremost, how many people here are Star Trek fans? I am, obviously. I know Joe is. I know Bob is. Jake is as well. And Ronan. So Darren is the only one who doesn't really watch
I've
Star
never
Trek.
seen a single piece of anything Star Trek.
You're missing out, man. You're missing out.
Incredible.
Someday.
Okay, so let's take. I went over here and got the info for it. Where's it at here? Did I close the window? I think I closed the window. Hold on. All right, so let's see. It's going to be a military-style academy that for advanced science and engineering education. It takes place. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joe and Bob. Isn't this after the Discovery
So I
30,
want to say
32nd
32nd century, something like that. So it's like 700 years later after most of the stuff we've seen.
Okay. Let's see here. 32nd century. The Academy's just reopened, obviously, because the Federation was not around for a while. It's admitting its first new class of cadets in over a century. So this is all brand new cadets into Starfleet.
So it's going to be like a school for gifted youngsters. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Less superpowers, but yes.
We're going to get the first 2 episodes on January 15th, and they'll come out weekly all the way until the middle of March. There's 10 total episodes, and they've already locked in a season 2, so we know we're getting a season 2 already. Let's see. The show is described as this is what's setting a lot of people off. We're going to look at one particular comment that's kind of gone somewhat viral in the spaces that I frequent. The show's described as a coming-of-age school and space story. Cadets deal with friendships, personal growth, rivalry, early romances, all while being trained to be Starfleet officers. So I would say, to me, it reminds me a lot of like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer or something like that, where these characters are all on the younger side, but there's older characters guiding them through the show.
We know Holly Hunter will be a new character, and Paul Giamatti is going to be the antagonist. We got Jet Reno coming back. We have lots of Discovery characters coming back.
Tilly's coming back. Picardo.
We're getting the Doctor back as well. Really
alongside the youthful focus is also a larger narrative. The cadets must confront a threat that endangers both the Academy and the Federation, raising the stakes beyond personal drama. Production built the largest single city set ever for a Star Trek show. So they built the entire Academy, essentially, with the atrium and classrooms are all physical sets. Mess halls, amphitheaters, all of that is physical sets. Let's see. So the things we aren't sure of yet is how faithful the show is to the classic Trek tone. The plot arcs, all we know is cadets in training to face a new threat. That's pretty much it. And then we have this poster here, which, to be honest, and I don't mean this offensively, but I just want to put this out there. This is what I imagine a Star Trek show would have looked like on the CW.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's not an insult. I know people would take that as an insult. It's not. Like, this just reminds me of that era, like the 2015, 2016 era of the CW.
I want to throw this out there. As a Star Trek fan, does this poster get me excited? No. But they need to reach out to new fans.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't think this poster is meant for people that are going to watch it already. It's meant for people who don't really watch Star Trek.
It's meant to pull them in.
It's even, I don't know how many times a decade or a year, you can just put some people in a ship and go to space. It's like, okay, that's the foundation, but like once in a while, you gotta like shake things up and just try something new to break out more muscles.
And I think it's an interesting thing to try something new, but also go back to an old thing. Because Gene Roddenberry was trying to get a Starfleet Academy series launched in the 70s with like young Kirk and Spock.
Yeah.
That's an idea he's been wanting for a while. So this is like an extension of his idea, but also doing something new to try to branch out the series and maybe get some new audience. I know I've talked to my daughter about it because I've gotten her into Star Trek, and she talks to her friends about Star Trek in school, and none of them know about it. None of them care. And it's like,
Hassan said it's giving me Gossip Girl in space. That's fair.
There's a major part of this. I'm sorry,
Rod. That's going to be a mixture of proud dad / a little bit sad feelings.
Yeah.
I'd be curious. Like, it'd be interesting if I was just like, yeah, I'll watch this, having like knowing nothing about the year.
Darren, I think this might be a good like jumping in point for somebody that doesn't watch.
It kind of like, because like what you just said, kind of like, it was like, oh yeah, that seems like the kind of show that I would be into, opposed to like me not loving sci-fi as much as other people, like comparatively to some of the other projects. Here's my fear. I know how the internet's going to react to something like this. Because
let's take a look at let's take a look right now. So Robert Meyer Burnett, who loves to talk about Star Trek, made this comment about it. Let's see here. Did my screen stay? Is it still there for everybody?
I see the Robert Meyer Burnett tweet.
Okay, sorry. The StreamYard said it dropped my share. I was like, what?
I see.
Sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
I was just going to say there's one part of this poster that, as a Star Trek fan, has me very excited. And that is the bottom portion where it says Star Trek Starfleet Academy streaming January 15th. That's all I need. You've got me there. Anything else you put on that poster is gravy.
Well, he's got two things he said. This is the first one. Since Bad Robot and I Love 10K Ladies of the Evening, Alex Kurtzman's secret hideout usurped the Trek franchise has become the perfect metaphor for the decline of the American Republic.
I don't even
fuck
know
does
what
that have to do with
this.
Star Trek?
What?
My brain hurt reading that.
I'm sorry, like not everything has to deal with fucking politics. Not everything has to deal with fucking politics.
And again, let me say this: OG Star Trek show, were all those folks, white folks and males? No.
Mm-hmm.
You had a black lady, you had a Japanese guy, you had a Russian, you had an alien, who the actor was Jewish. It's just like, what the fuck you mean the American Republic? Like what the fuck?
I want to say, look, I want to
Starfleet is
say.
World. It's not America. It's Starfleet is world.
It's fiction.
One of the key elements of Star Trek is inclusion. It's not about fucking America.
Yeah.
Remember?
So I want to point out here with Hassan's tweet, I think people are missing. Hassan, you got it, but I think people are missing that. I think that was the purpose of this poster looking like this, because Robert Meyer Burnett also shared this, and I'm like, bro, do you even realize what you just did?
Yeah.
He says, modern Star Trek searching for the wrong audience since 2009. This poster is literally a play on these types of posters. That is why it looks the way it does. Like,
yes,
maybe
that's obviously
you get
what
it.
They're doing. Yeah,
Maybe you don't understand that, but outside, once you get over this is really hard for me to say because I'm an old person like some of the other people on the panel here, but once you get over the age of 45, they're not marketing to you anymore. They're not marketing to you. These types of shows cannot survive on marketing to 50 and 60-year-old men.
Yeah.
You cannot survive on that.
Someone in the Star Wars corners, there was a great documentary I've told you guys about called The People vs. George Lucas. Somebody who was being interviewed said, I got a lot of bad news for us fans from the 70s. We're old. We're pungy. It's not gonna be the same as 1977. It's just like, like you're lucky if stuff is still being called back at this point. It's just like,
Hassan, sorry, I just want to clear this up. I wasn't saying that you were saying it was a bad thing. I'm saying that you got it. You understood the assignments. A lot of other people have not.
This is a problem I have with a lot of fandoms right now too, and not to get into like the super like the like woke part of the argument and all this stuff, but like so many of these franchises that like I've not watched Star Trek, but I know how important it has been to the cultural significance of things, and I do know it was one of the wokest shows from the start. I know it was such a big milestone for so many things over the years, and this is something that we deal with Star Wars, with Doctor Who, with Star Trek, where it's like, why'd they make this show woke? It's like, did you watch that
have
show
you been
back
paying
in the
attention?
day?
Yeah,
Like especially
Darren,
especially a show like Star Trek, which I've heard all the amazing milestones that they've hit over the years, being they were the first to do this and to do this and to do this, and they have somehow garnered the worst fan base in the world. It's like, did you ever watch the show that you're a fan of? I don't understand.
I don't know if they have that worse fan base. There definitely are issues with the fan base.
What? Yeah, I mean, that's but like,
the
yeah,
Star
the
Wars
toxic
fan
fan
base
bases.
The Star Wars fan base is much worse.
Darren, to piggyback off what you said, Robert Meyer Burnett, he puts himself out there as one of the biggest Star Trek fans in the world. Like he wears that on his sleeve. Like, I know Star Trek better than anyone. But he recently had a debate with someone. I think it was Little Movie Perp. On Twitter. He and Little Movie Perp were going on because Robert Meyer Burnett actually claimed that Star Trek wasn't woke. I think that the weird thing they try to say is it wasn't woke, it was progressive.
I mean,
First
that's
of all,
literally the same thing.
Same thing at this point.
Yeah, you're playing a semantics game. Like,
water is
we
wet.
didn't use the word woke back then. Like, the
Call
word woke is
spade for God's sake.
Can I throw in a challenge to Marvel? eventually, I don't want every part of this sector of your upcoming, future. At one point, I want the X-Men to pay homage to that poster, and I dare someone tell me that like the X-Men wouldn't do that. Like it's like they're never done it. It's a bunch of fucking kids in a school. What the fuck do you expect?
Well, I mean,
you gotta have them all touching each other except Rogue. She's alone.
I mean,
watch that. I mean, I wouldn't be a character if I didn't call back to this series, but you go back to that 90s cartoon and you see all the political stuff right there in front of you. Like, but they get storytellings. They don't hit you over the head and say, hey, look, this is what we're doing. Look at this, accept this, absorb this. They use it to tell their stories. And
you can debate nowadays if stuff is subtle or not, the way it was back in the day.
I mean, I would argue one of the least subtle series there is Star Trek, the original series. That hits you over the head with the politics and preaches to you all the time. It's one of the things I actually like about it. Like, it's not afraid to put its politics on its sleeve. I
mean, it knows what it is. I'll give it that.
And I'll tell this: like, if people think that X-Men or Star Trek were subtle, okay, I'll give you that. But let me tell you this: it's been.
I wouldn't.
I know, but like, I'll give him this, and I'll say this: it's been 60 years since both those things really hit the waves in pop culture. Have we learned from said things? I don't think so. So apparently, subtlety is not enough anymore. So like, hit us over the head.
Yeah.
This reminds me a little bit, and I don't know how many other people here has even watched the show, but The Walking Dead did a very similar thing. They had The World Beyond, and like the whole concept of that show was like, we are apocalypse is like 10 to 15 years in. Now there's an entire generation who has lived, who was born during the apocalypse.
So to them, it's their everyday life, right? Yeah,
it is there, and it was my favorite spinoff. I loved that show a lot because it was such a fascinating, what does it do to like the mental capacity of someone who never had a normal life? And fans fucking hated it because guess what? It was a CW show. It felt like Walking Dead meets Riverdale. But I loved that about it. I thought that was such a fresh spin on the fandom. But everyone, I think, kind of hated it off the cuff. Even if it was good, even if people did like it, they didn't really give it a chance because of the marketing and the base premise. So, like, people within the Star Wars the Star Trek fandom, I would say just give it a shot. Just give it a chance, and maybe you might like it. I don't know. Give it a shot.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, if that post doesn't appeal to you, it completely turns you off as a Star Trek fan. Well, guess what? There's already a series out there that is pretty much appealing straight to the Star Trek fans. It's called Strange New Worlds. That season was underwhelming, but the first two were great.
But it's still, you're right, Bob. That show appeals to the old school fans that like that old school vibe from the original series. So
Star Trek
it's got 2 more seasons.
And again, I haven't seen any of it, but Star Trek does feel like a franchise that's just like trying new stuff. It feels like each show is probably trying a new formula, a new style, a new template.
Oh, I mean, even their cartoons are different. If you look at Prodigy and Lower Decks, they're very different.
Lower Decks is legit one of my favorite Star Trek series. I love Lower Decks.
Robert Meyer Burnett got triggered by Prodigy. He was angry that they were doing a show for for young viewers. He's
Prodigy was solid.
I know, but before it ever aired, like he hadn't even seen it. He was just like, "Why are they doing this?" When I was a kid, I watched the original Star Trek or New Kids Dumb, and I'm like, you know what? You were an oddball. You know how I know? Because I also watched the original Star Trek when I was a kid, and I was ostracized in school for it because none of my other classmates were watching that.
My son doesn't like any Star Trek except pretty much Prodigy and Lower Decks, although David is his favorite character. Take it away you will. But yeah, those are the 2 Star Treks he'll watch.
We got a super chat here from Michael Devante. A $5 super chat says to the chat and host, hope everyone is doing well. If not, may things get better for you. And Michael also gave a shout out to us and said, sub and like and comment, all of those good things. Thank you, Michael. You're always such a pleasure to have in the chat. I do appreciate you being here and the super chat as well. Cameron here with the $2 super chat. Have you seen the new Diddy documentary done by 50 Cent? Is that the one on Netflix? There is one on Netflix. Yeah. I haven't seen it. So today when we were going through Netflix, I saw it was like number 2 right now in the country or whatever. I grew up listening to Diddy's music, but to be quite honest, I don't really care about his I just don't really care too much. To me, it's like I understand it's serious and stuff, but he's locked up. Like I don't want to. I don't need to know details of what he did with the baby oil. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to know that. So, but I don't know. There is some stuff in there with Aubrey O'Day, who was on Danity Kane back when they did the Making the Band stuff. I am interested in that because I did watch that show, and I know that Aubrey's had kind of a rough go since she was on that show. So I'd love to go watch that part of it, but the rest of it, I'm not so sure that I'm interested in. Let me know if it's worth watching, if anybody's watched it. I'm just curious.
So before we completely move away from Star Trek, let me do some quick self-promotion. My Star Trek stream will be this Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be tier ranking. Ooh, I get the big screen. We will be tier ranking the big time travel storylines and lots of the little time travel storylines. It'll be fun. We'll figure out what the best one is. It'll be the objective list. There's no questioning us after that.
Okay. All right. Well, there we go. I'm gonna have to do it. You might have to get Joe to join you for that one.
Before we move on, if I could just say one more thing.
Go ahead. Yeah, get all the Star Trek stuff out now. Go ahead.
Starfleet Academy, I was so excited from this show for so many reasons. Number one false narrative you hear, and we talked about this on my show, but one false narrative you keep hearing from these chuds now is, nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for this. Number one, bullshit. Because since the 90s, every time a new Star Trek show has been announced, the fans have been like, ooh, Starfleet Academy? So fans have literally been asking for a Starfleet Academy show for 30 years. That's number one. Number two, as soon as we had casting info on this show, they announced an Oscar winner as the lead. Holly Hunter? I remember, I'm like, dear God, this is like the top story of the week. You got an Oscar winner playing the captain on Star Trek. Then they followed that up with Paul Giamatti. Are you kidding me? And then they're bringing back Bob Picardo. The casting on this thing is amazing. And one of the head writers on the show is, oh God, I'm blanking on her name now. Mariner. Tawny Newsome.
Tawny Newsome. She's great.
Newsome, and she knows, she is a hardcore Star Trek fan. She knows Star Trek. She's a writer on this. I can't think of a negative thing to say about this show. I am so excited. Put it in front of my eyeballs now.
I mean, the lead of the show is pretty flexible, so they've got that going for them.
Well,
okay.
The show starts on January 15th. We're getting 2 episode drops on the first day and then 1 episode a week after that. Let's get through these super chats, and then we're going to take a look at something for Spider-Man. Let's see here. A $5 super chat from Big Bang Theory Sheldor. Have you seen the new Night of the Seven Kingdoms trailer yet? No. Is it out?
Yeah.
Yep.
The final trailer, I think.
Okay.
Dropped a few hours ago.
Also, Darren, I stuck with Walking Dead until last month. Now Daryl is in Spain. I gave up on that show so long ago. I don't even know where it's at.
I gave it. I want to say I gave it 7 years, and then I was like, "Why am I still watching this? Why am I so?"
Whatever season they did where it ended with that giant fight in the prison yard, that's the last season I finished.
I think it's like season.
I think I saw Michael Burnham. Sneeko Martin Green. I saw her die.
Negan was the last season for me. That was it. That was the last one I watched.
I haven't got caught up on the last 2 spin-off seasons, but I'm relatively caught up, except for the other one that had like 6 seasons. I didn't get caught up on that.
I'm not gonna lie. I kept on hoping it would be like season 1 again, and it never did. I don't know why I gave it so long. I know.
Jake, you got to remind me what they are.
I'm typing.
Although
Jake, I forgot. You have to remind me what they are.
I'm typing.
Chris is bringing up 28 Years Later. I don't know if you guys saw that. That movie was surprisingly good.
I have not seen it yet.
Yeah, I'm excited for this sequel.
I need to get caught up.
So different from 28 Weeks Later was really disappointing in my opinion, but 28 Years Later was so different than what I was expecting, and
Jake,
it surprised me. It was solid.
A new one's
I'm
next month.
typing them.
I can't believe there's a new one next month. I feel like there's hardly been any marketing for that.
All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to jump into this next topic, and that is first poster for Spider Noir, starring Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually surprised this is Prime Video, but I don't know. I'm game. I don't know.
Take a look at this. Yes, this is confirmed. Yeah.
Damn it, I'm wearing the wrong shirt.
Some footage already leaked.
Yep.
I don't want to show the leak footage because they keep
I
getting
know.
people.
Oh, I didn't know it would be Nicolas Cage returning though. That's fun.
I when I saw the set photos last year, and plus stuff from that footage, and then now this. Again, I wouldn't be in character if I didn't bring this up, but I got a lot of Darkman influence.
So wait, is set photos? Is this going to be live action?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my god!
So okay, so a couple things. Live action is both
pumped.
in color and black and white. You
Black
can
and
watch
white.
it in either one.
This is one of the few times where I'm feeling like black and white.
Oh, I'm watching the black and white.
Yeah.
I'm watching black and white too.
100%.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is, it's Ben Reilly on the door. You see that?
Yeah.
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 Is any Spider-Man fans? I guess if you watch the cartoon, you're probably familiar with that. If you read the comics,
Yep.
for sure familiar. Jake, how do you feel about that? Because you are a huge Spider-Man cartoon fan. So
Yeah, like I said, I'm wearing the wrong shirt tonight. But no, this is one of my more anticipated projects for next year, even despite everything we have coming out. Just you know, the unique character, the unique presentation, just the style that they're taking. I essentially want to see, for anybody who played the Shattered Dimensions game from about 15 years ago, this is that in live action, essentially what we're getting. Like give me that 1920s mob setting, the classic music, the hues lighting, that golden hour light effects. There's a lot of choice words I could throw in here, but it doesn't even really do it justice. That's the thing. And you're actually going to see like really good detective stories here, kind of in a similar vein to. This might be a poll, but for anybody who's seen a movie, The Maltese Falcon,
I literally was about to say the Maltese
Falcon. You might get a little bit, because this literally reminds me of Sam Spade's Door.
I want this or Kiss Me Deadly meets Marvel. Like I want those like Mickey Spillane type of hardcore, like not even hardcore, but just like literally grounded stories with it and whatnot. Like effing pumped.
And you can so do that with Spider-Man, and they've got plenty of characters that work well into that mob setting, like a Hammerhead, a Tombstone. You could even
Kingpin. Hell,
obviously Kingpin is a big one.
Felicia. I want the Black Cat Club. I literally want like a Playboy club, but for the Black Cat.
Because that's a thing for anybody who doesn't know. Like in the noir, universe, Felicia Hardy had this, bar that was kind of a front, and she was an informant for Spider-Man in that series. And also, they really radicalized certain characters, like the Vulture, especially. Which for anybody who doesn't know, I'm about to drop a big bomb on you here, but it was revealed that Vulture was actually the one that ended Ben Parker, and he kind of cannibalized him. But yeah, it got really, really messed up in that. So are they going to go down some of those darker routes? Don't know. But they have got so much potential with this. And, kind of like with Werewolf by Night that you got last year, that unique presentation you don't get in a lot of things like that. So they really have a good opportunity here.
So I see lots of people in the chat talk about the Clone Saga simply because of, I imagine, because of Ben Reilly. I, as someone who lived through the Clone Saga, that was rough. The issue wasn't Ben Reilly. Ben Reilly was actually a character I liked. The issue was saying that Ben Reilly was the original Spider-Man. That's what hurt it. Ben Reilly as a character was cool in my book.
I think, as someone who doesn't really know Ben Reilly that well outside of the Spider-Verse of it all, I really think the name will mean nothing. I think this will basically just be Peter Parker.
Yeah.
They just legally cannot call him Peter Parker. Like,
no, that could be an alias.
Like that,
that could be an alias. All you do.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like legally it was like, you can do the show, but you're not allowed to use the name Peter Parker for the Amazon of it all.
Well, in fairness, they never called the noir Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse movies. They never called him Peter Parker. So
all I need is just like, I don't think so. All I need someone is like who knows his true identity. Just be like, be careful, Peter. That's all I need. Is good enough for me.
They could call him like.
Is this connected to the Spider-Verse universe?
We don't.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
I'm going.
I
to
hope
say,
it's just its own thing because that's the
because then you have a lot more to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta ask again. Are we sure this is confirmed? Because the early reports I saw said that this was going to air on Amazon Prime internationally and MGM Plus in the US. And I'm noticing here it does have the Amazon Prime logo, but it's not English. The language above Amazon Prime is not English. So do we know that this is going to be on Prime? Because I don't have MGM Plus.
I'm pretty sure I saw a post on Amazon Prime saying they're posting it. So I think they might have changed it because I think it is going to be Amazon Prime.
If it's MGM Plus,
I was annoyed because I don't know anyone that has
MGM Plus is the dumbest thing ever. Since Amazon owns MGM, I don't understand what the fuck they're even doing with
Which
that.
I'll tell you right now, if they do the whole MGM Plus thing, I'm only going to subscribe for the free trial just to watch this. That's it.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I might not even subscribe for the free trial. I might just say, well, I'll just wait for this series to come out on something else.
I hope this comes out physically because I would love to own this.
Oh yeah.
I feel like people really haven't processed that we are getting a live action Spider-Man series next year. When was the last time that's happened?
The 70s.
Yeah, the 70s.
That is insane.
It was a terrible failure.
I mean,
figure from the 70s.
Unless we're talking about the Japanese one.
I was going to say America tried it and Japan tried it.
Okay, so according to what I found, I don't know if this is true or not. We'll have to wait till we get more concrete information. But the series will launch first on MGM Plus in the US and then on Prime Video the day after.
I can live with that. I can so live with that.
So it's a one-day difference in release between MGM Plus and Prime.
Okay.
Stay off social media for that one day.
But much like Star Trek, Starfleet Academy getting Holly Hunter, not only the fact that we're getting a Spider Noir TV series, the fact that they got Nicolas Cage to a series, that's pretty big too.
I've already been back. I was going to say, as long as they bring back his classic catchphrase, "I am the emissary of death."
Well, I love his line from Spider-Verse. He's like, I like drinking eggnog and I like punching Nazis a lot. And why not?
Look, Silhouette Animator says
line,
that MGM subscribers are going to spoil.
And also, Shameless Flex, the most recent miniseries run of Spider Noir. I have a couple pages, original art, and now because I was like, you look at the pages, it looks like in the book it's Peter, but he looks like Humphrey Bogart. He looks like Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom with the white suit, and like, okay, he's gonna go and run off and like put on his like detective stuff with guns, and it's just like, what the
like he's got that Sam Spade look down.
Yeah.
I mean, I see the chat mention that Nicolas Cage is a comic book fan, and yes, so Cage is a reference to Luke Cage.
Luke Cage, yeah.
And then also he named his son KL.
And I think
really,
really,
I didn't know that.
In the 90s, I think he had his copy of Action Comics was stolen or something like that. I could be wrong, but like I remember being like, that was a big story that he had a copy of Superman's first appearance, but that he apparently lost it or got robbed.
I think what people are also kind of forgetting around this is who's producing the show.
Lord and Miller.
Bill and Christmas. Yeah, like they are back for this.
Lord and Miller are fire, man.
Dude,
they are.
I met them about a year and a half ago at a like. It was when they were doing Across the Spider-Verse with like a live orchestra. I got to meet them, and I kind of wish at that time I would have heard a little hint of this. Because we were all having a little bit too much drinks and whatnot. But I wish I would have asked them like, "Yo, you doing anything live action with this stuff?" And I wish I would have talked about it because this, as someone has said it, it's been under the radar. It's not getting that much attention. And as soon as they drop official footage, it's gonna go like wildfire, I think. If they play it right.
I'll say this: out of all of the shows that we're getting next year, this is like behind X-Men 97 season 2. This is the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Wow.
This 97 and Cape Crusader.
What about Lanterns?
I mean, I am definitely looking forward to that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm glad we're getting Green Lantern content for the first time in over a decade.
I need a teaser.
You're right. Like,
shout out to
I just hope they do a good job with Lanterns because oh my god,
you're going with.
I may or may not have seen the leak stuff already that happened a few months ago, and that stuff already sold me.
Yeah,
I saw like a piece of it, and I'm like, you know what? Nope, I don't want to see anymore.
Well, the exec came out like it was kind of official. Like Discussing Film had posted it, and I saw Film's reaction video.
Then they got like a cease and desist thing to like take this down.
Yeah.
So. They should have just let it come out. Like that was free marketing. That was weird.
Right. I mean, all of the people covering it. That was free marketing.
We got a super chat here from Silhouette Animator about the Spider Noir reveal. Ben Riley Noir equals Aunt May. Riley's granddad would be a convoluted since she marries a man with the same first name.
Oh, well, and
thoughts on that, Jake? Is it breaking your mind now?
No, it's not that. It's just there's a little more layers to that statement.
Yeah, there's lots of layers to that one. It's not that clean cut. No.
Because I mean, that statement down there that brings in the second Scarlet Spider, Kane.
You
right.
can just
So
wipe it away.
Also,
you can just do whatever you want.
Listen, I also, and again, just a random thought, like Nick Cage starring. I hope, and I'm not claiming he has never been fit or anything like that. I'm just hoping that like by the time they started shooting this, that he made an effort to like look like I could buy it. He's in the suit. All the parkour stuff I'm gonna see, I know that's gonna be Nick Cage, but like I hope when he's like you could see him in his regular clothing that I could easily buy it. Like, okay, I could see this guy jumping on rooftops and whatnot, even though he's masked up and whatnot. So I'm hoping he transforms some way, because I think he also transformed for an Al Davis movie with Christian Bale. And it's like, okay, if he's willing to do that as John Madden, I hope he does that for Spider Noir.
And I'm just happy to get a new Spider-Man thing that isn't just focusing on him as a teenager.
Right.
Yeah.
Eric, I sent you some of the set photos we got last year. Can you just pull some of those up so we can see these again?
Yeah, show a picture too.
From Spider Noir?
Yeah.
Show a picture too.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
I haven't seen anything, so I'm game.
Where'd you send them to?
Your Discord DM.
All right.
I think it's cool, just the like variety of Spider-Man content we have. Like we have this that's so tonally different, and then we have like Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is our high school Spider-Man,
which is totally awesome, by the way.
He's awesome. We have Tom Holland's movie, which is him in college. We have Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is obviously such a different take on the character, as it's a different character. And then you also have the like Insomniac games, which is like an adult Peter Parker outside of school altogether. Like there is something I feel like for almost every single Spider-Man fan, and if you can't find it there's like 100 years worth of comics you can pick up. Like, well, this is mine.
Like, this looks so damn good. Okay.
That's awesome.
I'm playing the score from Casablanca, from The Big Heat, from all these popular like
just seeing this is getting Darkman stuff in my mind.
We got that one,
Chinatown a little bit.
This one here, which is a bigger shot of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like they got the old.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Man,
I'm already like making notes. I'm like, okay, when you do your reaction, color code it to black and white. In your background, I make sure it's this and this.
I mean, already looking at it, I think it would look better.
We got to do something on this, Ronan.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm excited.
We got a $2 super sticker from Columbia Rican
is there a
with
date
the little
on that yet, by the way?
The what? The show?
Yeah.
No,
I heard early. I heard
I
early
heard
next year.
Okay, I need to like write down Shattered Dimensions on my Let's Play list.
We got a little super sticker from Columbia Rican, giving a shout out. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I do appreciate it. I wish we could see those on StreamYard. I just hate that we can't. I used to do the little pop-up thing here on OBS, but the issue is that it doesn't work all the time. So I just gave up on it. All right, what do we got? Yeah, go ahead. Darren?
Did you see a link that I sent you, Eric?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna look at that in a second. I did have one more thing over here. Let me see. All right. So I don't know how true this is, but I thought it was worth talking about because it's been making the rounds the last couple days, and there's rumors about who this person is playing if they're in it. This is Scarlett Johansson is officially in talks to star in the Batman Part 2.
Paul Dano.
What are our thoughts? This is very early rumors. What are our general thoughts on this?
Andrea Beaumont.
Give me Phantasm.
That's what I'm going with.
I mean,
Phantasm would be interesting.
I mean, listen, it would be a very different take on Alfred, but I think she could pull it off. I think she
already have an Alfred.
Well, I mean, it's a recast, so I mean, they look pretty similar. I think they have the same bone structure.
That's the other name I see popping around is Poison Ivy. People are saying.
I was about to say Poison Ivy was one that popped in my head.
I think that's too easy. I think that's too easy.
I don't know if they would
Does
do that.
Poison
For this
Ivy
universe.
fit into a Matt Reeves universe, though?
Yeah,
Well, I don't think it would be like the meta human Poison
I
Ivy.
think
It would probably
any
be some
character
sort of
could, but kind of.
because remember what he did to
Matt Reeves
Riddler?
wants to.
Remember what he did to
Right.
Riddler,
Yeah.
Joe?
Yeah, he
just
put a
feel like
trash
an
bag over him.
activist. Yeah. I mean, here's what
She's
I'll
a
say.
little old for the role, but she could be Barbara Gordon.
Oh man, that would be.
Oh, actually, not in
Actually,
this
as an
universe.
older
He's
one,
older
that's not
than
bad,
Robert
actually.
Pattinson.
She,
Yeah, I
Could be
said, but
Batwoman.
also I'm forgetting that racial. They casted different races. Jim Gordon, so it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Unless she's adopted or something. Could make sense.
Or he's married to a white woman, which
True.
Most people say
Yeah.
it could be an original character, and it's 100%
I don't-
possible.
I don't have much thoughts on like the potential casting itself, as more just so like Scarlett Johansson's career right now.
Mhm.
Like she's in like 3 potential. I know there's some rumors maybe she dropped out of 1 or whatever. I'm not subscribing to any of those yet, but like she has a potential Jurassic Park 7 or like Jurassic World 4
Yeah.
or whatever it may be, 5,
Goddamn.
whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it, right? There's the Tangled rumors, which I know there's rumors around maybe she's not doing anymore, but those rumors are still out there from Mother Gothel. There's also potentially this, like, she is already one of the most financially successful actresses of all time. And then you add these massive franchises. Some of these could be more like billion-dollar, maybe not Batman, but like Tangled and Jurassic. Those are billion-dollar franchises. Batman's a very popular franchise as well. Like you got to give it up for her, man. Like, she is doing well for herself. Congratulations. I am, like, I know she's had, a hit and miss history, but like, she's making the right decisions. She's doing some great stuff.
How do we feel about this comment? I mean, are we just waiting for the DCU version at this point? Because I know Ronan really loves the Matt Reeves universe.
I'm
So with Ghost Bumbles.
I'm either way. Like I said, I recently got the Penguin, so I can wait, and I have enough Batman stuff to last me a lifetime. Like, as long as Batman doesn't cut in the way of getting me Animal Man, The Question, Hawkgirl, Hawkman in the future, fine by me. But like, again, we just talked about Spider Noir. If I don't get Batman for a little bit, but I get Spider Noir, let me try that for a while. It's in the similar ballpark.
Give me somebody that can fight as good as Batman and wears a similar mask to him. Hint, hint.
Also, random thought: people have been saying that Scarlett is in the movie.
Thank
she's
you,
playing.
Ramen. Sorry. Somebody was speaking my language down there. I had to shout him out.
What the fuck? I was.
Thank you for that. Sorry, Ron.
Fuck was I saying?
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
You were like, it's okay if you have to wait for Batman stuff because you have Spider Noir. And,
Yes. So they were saying that Scarlett might play Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
I've always still feel that, like, listen, I have my thoughts on Batman and Robin. I think Uma Thurman, if they would have cut down a little bit of the campy side, would have been a knocked out of the ballpark. Poison
I mean,
Ivy.
Uma Thurman understood the assignment. She's a great
Yeah.
actress, and
Stop it, Darren.
she cheesed the crap out of it, but she had
Yeah.
fun. She had
Yeah.
Darren just loves torturing me with that.
But I know Matt said that he wants to introduce a character that hasn't been done in live action yet.
Yeah.
Which
So-
makes me think Andrea.
that hasn't. So he said the lead villain hasn't been the lead villain in a movie before.
Yeah.
So
My question is, and everybody can kind of give their opinions on this before we move on, but does this mean, well, 2 things. So does this mean that Scarlett Johansson is pretty much done with Marvel? Like, she's just done because of
I
everything
think
that
she has
happened?
been.
She
Like,
said she was.
she has said that she does not want to come back, which of course could be a lie, right? These actors say this shit all the time, but I honestly genuinely believe it. Like, I feel like she is so satisfied with her time there, and like I just said, she doesn't need it. She doesn't need Marvel currently. Again, she has Jurassic World right now, which is arguably right now a more stable career option. Like, obviously, if she came back for Avengers, yes, that's big, that's money. Of course,
I mean,
probably.
That last
They
one?
also did attempt to fuck her over with Black Widow in the release deal.
Yeah.
That
was
is
pretty
Well,
bad
okay,
on
so
their
that's
part.
what I wanted to bring up. So she had a production credit on Thunderbolts because that was the legal obligation within the lawsuit settlement that she had. That anything that included her character by name, she would get a production credit on it. So that's forever. So if that version of Black Widow is ever mentioned or alluded to or even name dropped in the least, she will get some sort of production credit on it or some check will come her way. But I don't think she has interest with working with Disney anymore. And I don't think Disney has any interest with working with her anymore. They have Yelena. They don't care about Natasha.
Yeah.
You know,
Yelena's a better character anyway.
I mean, I know she's like doing some like producing
I love
work.
Yelena. So
Mark, to the record, Jake and I are in agreement.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay, here's my pitch. You still want her involved in Doomsday somehow. Here's how you do it. You have the movie come out. There's a sequence where like there's like this big fight scene and like we see her come out on stage and she's and like the whole audience is like, yeah, she's back. And it's Mystique.
Dude,
oh, that would be hilarious.
If they turn her into Rebecca Romaine's Mystique, I would.
Oh gosh,
laugh
we
my
actually
ass
have some Doomsday stuff to go over before the end of the stream too. So
Oh, are you talking about the Randolph thing?
No, not that.
No,
We're not
something
gonna talk
else.
about that.
I was about to say.
We're just going to look at the teams. I'm not listening to anything Grace has to say. Columbia Rican here with a $5 super chat says, I'm okay to have Batman's villains all introduced prior to Batman, and keeping Batman as a background threat would be awesome until it's time for his movie. And that's a $5 super chat on the Debunks channel. Thank you so much, Columbia Rican. Any thoughts on this? Keeping Batman as a background type character of the DCU?
You know what I want right now? And we've talked about this before. The Court of Owls. Just keep hinting at them subtly. And then for the third one or the future one, do the Court of Owls, because just something as like, the owls are watching, the owls are listening, like something like that is when I heard the concept of the owls, I was like, that is fresh, and that's not just another Joker. Like that is fresh, and it's deep. It's not just combat to combat. It's like your legacy, the place you fight for, and what it does to you of like, do I know everything? Am I the world's greatest detective? Maybe not.
So I'll piggyback off of that. The way you could, like subtly, like just sprinkle out, I guess, the them being in the world. You could do kind of like what the Arkham Origins game did, where like you're going after the 8 assassins, and just very like off the road, off the beaten path, you go it's inside the Gotham Bridge. You see a book containing the Court of Owls nursery rhyme, and like maybe just have like a passage of that written somewhere, or like you see Batman and then very, very faintly you see a pair of glowing green eyes all the way in the background.
I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna sound so nerdy, so I apologize. But if in Batman Part 2, we see Batman walking in the streets, dark, very noir, gothic, right? And I can start hearing an owl perch. I'm gonna freak out and be like, the court. I'm just like, that's all I need. That's all I need to get me giddy up. Like, oh.
I'll definitely like it more than the first one at that rate. I'm not trying to yuck anyone's yum.
I am curious. How many people here are excited for the second Batman movie, considering the first one was like lukewarm for people?
I love the first one. I just wish it was a half hour shorter.
Wait,
I mean, I'm not like shitting on it too bad. I own the movie on 4K.
Are you excited for the Batman Part 2, considering how things went with the Batman Part 1?
Yes, I
hated that
it's
first
a great movie. I wish we could be getting Brave and the Bold sooner. I'm more excited for Brave and the Bold, but listen. I think creative freedom is more important. I think letting the directors cook is more important than getting my Batman sooner. So as long as Matt Reeves gets to do as much as he wants to do in that universe, I'm game for it. I'm excited. I hope it's good. I don't know. I do think having both ongoing is good for DC, because
in this era you can do both. You can do both in this era.
Sorry, go ahead. Finish your thought, Darren.
I was just gonna say, like, that lets the DCU become less Batman insane, right?
Exactly.
Because that lets them be like, oh, we don't need 5 Batman movies in the first 5 years. You could you can chill out and like let other characters get that spotlight instead of just him all the time.
Right. So
I'll tell you this,
just to show people that I'm not a flat out hater for this, I bought this thing with my own money. So
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest hater.
I'll tell you this: I hated the first movie. I couldn't stand it, but I loved the Penguin. So I don't know. I'm on the fence. It's like I didn't even want to watch the Penguin. People are like, "You gonna watch the Penguin?" I'm like, "No, the movie was garbage." But then I watched the Penguin, and I'm like, "This is great."
Part 2 is being written by the guy who created Terminator Zero, and from what I've been hearing, it's going to be shot by the guy who shot the killer, who recently worked with Fincher. So I'm excited.
Is there some drama between Tarantino and Paul?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was wondering if you were going to bring that up.
He recently went on a
fill me in, because this is one that I haven't seen anything about.
So he went on a tirade about
the article actually, because I was actually double checking it before I brought it up because I didn't know if we wanted to discuss it.
Yeah, he listed 21st best movies of the 21st century, and then in the same time frame, he went on some podcast and saying he's not a big fan of Paul Dano and Owen Wilson, and I think he called Paul Dano the worst actor in SAG.
Worst actor.
Yeah, he called him the worst actor in SAG.
It was he put There Will Be Blood on his list of best movies, and he's like, but it would be higher if Paul Dano wasn't in it, and that was kind of the springboard.
Here's the quote I actually have pulled up. Obviously, it's supposed to be a two-hander. It's about There Will Be Blood. He's saying Paul Dano and Daniel Day-Lewis. But it's also drastically obvious that it's not a two-hander. Tarantino said, Dano is weak sauce, man. He's a weak sister. Daniel's eating him alive. Austin Butler will have been wonderful in that role. He's such a weak, uninteresting guy. Daniel Day-Lewis shows that he doesn't need a strong foil. The movie needs it. He doesn't need anything. It's supposed to be a two-hander, and it's not. You put him with the weakest fucking actor in SAG, the limpest dick in the world. Now,
I heard that in Tarantino's voice, by the way, as you were
weak
saying.
Sauce. Weak sauce. I can't believe
it feels so weird to hear Tarantino use that verbiage.
So, real quick, I actually wasn't a huge fan of Paul Dano and There Will Be Blood. I did think he was weak in that. That being said, he's done work since then that has blown me away. So I would not insult him, and I definitely wouldn't insult him like this. Tarantino is coming off like a fucking child here. It's dude, the dude's a talented actor. The fuck. No.
I'd like to point out that on Monday night's stream, when I got the question, "What villains would you want to erase?" I put Paul Dano's Riddler on my list.
I thought he was great as Riddler.
I also thought he was great.
I think the best Riddler we've got is Gotham.
I think. Listen, I know this is very ironic coming from people that is currently on a podcast, but I do think we sometimes need to normalize keeping your thoughts inside, especially on a professional setting. You are on a platform. You are one of the most well-regarded creators in the world. People really garner what you say. So I think when you are on a platform just being oh yeah, fuck this guy, it's well, what do you do to you? You don't have to like him, you don't have to enjoy his stuff, but saying that on a platform like that could really harm his career. There could be very powerful people hearing that and be all right, well, we're done casting him because this person doesn't like him. That is damaging shit. Mm-hmm. I think sometimes we need to normalize shutting the fuck up every now and again. I think that's so weird, man.
Well,
Darren, I want to point out.
You said it could damage his career. It should have the same amount of probable backlash on Tarantino.
It should.
But I would also want to point out that we're not you talked about people on podcasts or whatever. We don't have the same level of power that someone like Tarantino has, right? Yeah. So if we say we don't like Paul Dano's character or whatever, and we don't think he's a good actor, that literally will have no effect on his career whatsoever. Yeah. But you have someone like Tarantino say that about you in an article or at a convention or somewhere where he's going to get quoted and stuff like that, that will have an impact on your career. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, and like I said, you look at something like There Will Be Blood. I wasn't a huge fan of him in that. But I look at something like Love and Mercy. He was amazing in Love and Mercy. I liked him in The Batman. I think he's done talented stuff. Yeah. And I think just panning him because of this one role you didn't like. There's been plenty of actors who do a role and I'm not hugely thrilled of them. And then I come back around later and go, hey, they're actually pretty talented. Yeah. I think it's really weird for him to just blast him like this.
If there's an actor that you don't have a preference for, and if you don't want to work with, Just don't work with them.
Yeah.
You don't have to be an intolerant asshole online.
Yeah.
You're a director. You can do your own casting. Just don't work with them.
I mean, fascinating because
yeah,
he's had these takes for a while now, and like it's ironic because today I literally just got a few hours ago from watching Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair. But like I remember what was it? At one point he said like he's not a big Hitchcock fan.
Right.
Which I remember like what the fuck? At one point he said he prefers Spectre over Skyfall. Ooh. I think at one point he says The Last Crusade is a boring movie. And again, like, listen, he's entitled to his opinion. Like, he can believe, like, do all that stuff. But it's just like, I think someone said it, just professional. Like, as a professional, do you really want to like cut some guy's nuts off just because for the sake of it? And like, I don't know.
Something that occurred to me because like he always said he's going to do 10 movies and he's done. And he's been working on the 10th movie for years now. And the comments like this make me think maybe he's just decided he's done. Yeah. And he doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, that's possible.
Movie-wise, he hasn't put one out since before COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, when was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Was it
2019.
Yeah.
It was the last time I had was like pumped to like see a new movie and like. And again, like I'm listen. I am a fan of his work. I'm a fan of him as a director and a writer. But like sometimes these takes, it feels like that one uncle at a party who was like, had one too many sips or smoked a joint. And just like
sometimes he just comes off like a fucking child. And it's like, dude,
calling me out like
is
that.
wrong with
Kidding.
you?
I'm kidding.
I'll say like, if I was an actor in Hollywood, I would not want to work with him after hearing that. Right? I think as someone who's not in Hollywood and is not in the film
maybe Kevin
industry,
Spacey will work with him. Yeah,
Kevin Spacey will definitely work.
What if he said? What if he tells Kevin Spacey? Yeah, you can live in my place if you star in my movies.
If I was in the film industry, like as someone who's not in the film industry whatsoever, I do know that it's such a environment that's built on trust. It's built on relationships and dynamics. And if my director is like, well, fuck this guy and fuck this thing and this thing sucks and I hate this thing, then I might be like, well, I don't want to work in that kind of environment that anything I could do would be judged by this almighty director. Like, that is not a good environment. And I know he is one of the most acclaimed, directors in the world, like one of the most acclaimed creators in the world. I understand people want to work with him, but I don't know. I don't love that energy. I really don't.
Eric,
it's just not my
Eric,
vibe.
Can you pull up Master's comment, Eric? So, not everyone got pissed off about Parasite beating Joker. One creator by the name of Robert Storms got pissed off about it.
Isn't he like a friend of yours, Jake?
God.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Listen, man, Joker's about real-world societal issues. So I don't know what Parasite's about, but it's not that, right?
Darren hinted at it, but like, I still would want to work with him. But after hearing these takes and hearing these comments, I need to be aware that it's something I'm lucky to be on a set with him. I have to lower my expectations and just be like, hey, yes, he's one of your heroes and idols, but like, don't. If he challenges you on that, like, don't rest your balls. Like, no. Be like, hey, man, you're
stand your ground.
Yeah.
So Columbia Rican here. Oh, go ahead, Bob.
I'm going to tell a brief story, and it's going to sound like it's completely unrelated, but it will be related. It's going to be a quick story. So my very first car accident was literally just me sitting in the dorms, and then one of the people who lives in the dorms comes over and tells me, "Oh, your car was just in an accident." And I was just like, I'm right here. What the fuck are you talking about? Turns out somebody was backing up, got their bumper caught on my bumper, and pulled their bumper off. That being said, me sitting in that dorm must be exactly what Paul Dano feels like right now. It just something.
He's minding his business.
You're minding your own business. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Matt Reeves came to his defense. The writer of, I think, the Batman Part 2 came to his defense. Alec Baldwin, I think I heard, came to his defense.
Wow.
I don't know if I love that one, but
and again,
did Gina Carano come to his defense too? I'm just curious.
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, if someone paid her enough, she would.
Be true.
Columbia Rican here had a super chat, $5 super chat. Thank you, Columbia Rican. After this, I doubt Tarantino, just like Kevin Spacey, won't have a redemption arc like Robert Downey Jr. had playing Iron Man.
I've met the man. In person, he seemed like a very decent person. Went out of his way to, he made eye contact. Some people were very like they just like sign stuff and just go away. Like shook his hand, seemed nice, but like yeah, it's I don't know.
Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, Columbia Rican. I don't know. Someone like Tarantino could probably, just like with J.K. Rowling, could just stop doing stuff today and still be rich for the rest of their lives. So,
That's true.
Yeah.
Like Bob was saying, he probably does kind of have that mentality because he's one of those directors. If he calls, people will pick up the phone. He does have that kind of legacy status, and he probably is under this kind of assumption that he doesn't probably want to be in this industry that much longer, right? He's in his bucket list era. He has one more movie. He's doing a show. I think he's doing like a audio book or some kind of book thing. Like he's on his like farewell tour. So he might be in this like, well, I don't fucking care. I can do whatever the fuck I want kind of thing.
But that also brings me back to my statements about J.K. Rowling, is that when you have that much money and you don't have anything to worry about, you choose to be assholes. You choose to be someone that goes after people. So that makes it even worse because you're not doing it because you're trying to survive in the industry. You're doing it because you're choosing to do it. That's even worse to me than doing it because you're pushed into a corner.
In a lot of ways, it's showing who you really are. And that's pretty gross.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna pull up Darren's sent this over, so I'm gonna pull this up and let you go through it because I feel like you wanted to talk about it. So let's see.
Oh,
well, we'll all talk about it, but you send it over. What was that?
Did you see the options I gave you in the private chat?
Yeah. They're already up. It's already up on the list. So. All right. So, Darren, you sent this over. This is the Alamo Drafthouse customer rank their 10 most anticipated films of 2026. So, what do we think? What are you thinking here?
Darren, you're going to fall asleep during their number one.
Fun fact, I've fallen asleep on both Dune 1 and 2, and I had to watch it a second time. So
boring, man. I'm so sorry.
Wait. Hold on. That number 10. Since when is that title a thing?
A lookout? I have no idea.
Why is that a thing?
Listen, Avengers, Spielberg, Project Hail Mary, Mando and Grogu, Supergirl. Those are like 5 that make my top 10 anticipated list. All the other ones I am excited for, but like those are the 5 ones that I'm like, you give me tickets for those right now? I'll go get them right now.
Number 8 has me a bit stumped. Devil Wears Prada, I've never even seen the original because it never really appealed to me.
Has a cool following.
Is that really
it has an
exciting?
Audience,
I mean, it's not bad. I think it is a little overhyped.
It is overranking right now according to this list. Star Wars and Supergirl. Which I am way more pumped for. No question.
If I were to throw a top 5 in there, and these aren't in any particular order, but I'll say Avengers, Odyssey, Spider-Man, Mando Grogu, Supergirl.
Yeah, those would be prime.
What is Werewolf?
I don't know.
Actually, I'll throw a little bit of a shout out in there. This one's not on the list, but I am really looking forward to the second Mortal Kombat.
I think number 6 is hilarious. Just whatever Steven Spielberg's doing, we want to watch it.
Yeah.
Which I get. I mean,
Werewolf
what was
is
his last
from,
movie? Was it West Side Story? West Side Story was really good.
Yeah.
Is that his last one?
Yeah.
All of these I know about except for Werewolf. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
The spelling, it made me think of Beowulf.
So nobody else heard of it either?
Werewolf is the
I've
Robert
heard of it. I
Eggers
just
one
don't know what it.
from Nosferatu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting. Okay.
Is that the correct spelling? Is that how it's spelled?
Yeah.
That's how he's choosing to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still
And hey, you know what? I mean, Robert Eggers has got a good record, so.
Yeah.
So let's.
I'll throw this on here too. I can't believe I didn't bring this up yet because it's coming out in like a month. Send Help.
Yes.
Oh, I saw Sam
I'm
Raimi
looking
one.
forward to that.
Yeah.
Rachel McAdams and Sam Raimi. I'm game.
One that's not on this list.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Jake.
I just saw people commenting on the trailer for Send Help saying, "Wow, Multiverse of Madness fucked her up."
So one that doesn't make the list here, but if it's like top 2 or 3 is the Cliff Booth movie.
Oh yeah.
The David Fincher directed Tarantino script that they say it's going to be released in the summer. I am pumped as hell for that movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this seems to be very much like on the acclaimed side, right? Like there's a lot of these very like, I guess like professional movies on here, like a lot of very director-based stuff. Like Dune obviously has been very acclaimed for part 1 and part 2. The Odyssey, Werewolf, Steven Spielberg, obviously Project Hail Mary. Like a lot of these feel very like director-driven. And then there's a couple of those box office ones where it's like, okay, Doomsday and Supergirl and Mandalorian. I guess the ones that are missing for me just on my list is like Hunger Games. I'm really into. And the new Avatar movie, which I understand maybe they're. I know that's more fandom wise.
Well, that's not 2026 too.
Yes, it is.
No, that'll be later this month.
Actually,
right?
No, the other one.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Last Airbender.
There's a
never
not
mind.
Blue Avatar, Aang Avatar.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
The Avatar Studios.
Okay,
Yeah.
the original Avatar. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised.
The good one.
I'm surprised Michael's not on here.
Yeah, Michael's missing. I mean, Mario's missing. But I get
Darren, that's a title of a really bad game.
The Devil Wears Prada 2 is going hard on this list, though. No Michael, but The Devil Wears Prada 2.
No Cat in the Hat. Okay. Jokes aside, if I have to see that trailer one more fucking time, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm sick of it.
Hunger Games looks promising. That prequel looks promising.
We got some super chats here, and then we're going to take a look at the teams from Avengers Doomsday to get everybody's take on that. Columbia Rica with a $5 super chat, just completing the goal. Thank you so much. Yeah, we reached the goal in both channels, so thank you guys for hitting our goal. And we will be taking whatever you guys pick on the polls. Excited for the Mandalorian, Grogu, Supergirl, Spider-Man, and the Avengers. Sadly, the rest of the list doesn't interest me. Interesting. I will say Supergirl is one of my most anticipated movies. I really, really want to see that movie.
I really want to see Supergirl. I really want to see Avengers. Obviously, I really want to see Mando and Grogu. I really want to see Odyssey. I think that's an interesting. That's a cool story.
Odyssey,
yeah,
that was a.
I love the cast. I love how Christopher Nolan tests himself. I love him.
So,
Eric, have you talked about the actor drama with Supergirl yet?
Supergirl. Oh yeah.
I have. It's funny you mentioned that. I completely forgot about it. We can talk about that in a moment. But yeah, I haven't talked about that. But we'll.
Anonymous. Zelda is 27.
Yeah.
Lone Wolf here. Good to see you, Lone Wolf. $5 super chat. I'm super late. Was watching the Mighty Nine. Oh my god, I love the Mighty Nine. Such a good fucking TV show. Oh my god, so good. Impressive show. Episode 5 was hitting the heartstrings. Favorite character, probably Jester and Caleb. This last episode, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but holy shit. It, like, from the very moment we get into the episode, if you've seen the other ones, you get into this one, you know what's going to happen, you're preparing for what's going to happen, and then even when it happens, you're still not prepared for it. I love the show. One of my favorite cartoons of the year. Might even be my favorite cartoon of the year. The Mighty Nine. So fucking
No, Anonymous, it didn't get delayed. Zelda has been slated for 27.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, they haven't been filmed yet.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. We're going to be looking at the teams from the upcoming Doomsday movie now. These are shots that people got from the screens to show us what the teams are going to be. And we're going to go through them and see what we think about them.
Most predictable team ever.
Yeah, first team is
got my 4K copy of this today.
No way. No.
I got my 4K copy of this today.
Not much to say on this, I guess, unless anybody wants to chime in on their thoughts on the Fantastic Four.
It'd be nice if Thing got a little more to do in this movie.
True. Very true.
Great casting.
Here's what I'll say.
I thought you were about to say, here's the thing.
I could.
Sorry.
Here's the thing. I am wondering if they're going to stay in these groupings the whole movie, because there was a small part of me that was kind of excited.
Say that again. Sorry.
I'm not saying it again, Jake.
No, I know, but what you just said, I didn't hear what you just said.
Oh, sorry. There's like a part of me that's wondering if they're going to stay a group the entire movie, because
okay.
There was a part of me that was kind of excited for the prospect of like Mitch and matching, to have
we could still get that.
We could. To have all right, it's Sue Storm with Red Guardian, with Shang-Chi, with Black Panther.
With Yelena and Maggie.
If you go back to what Alan Cummings said, that he interacts with Pedro supposedly.
Right.
So Pedro could be separated from them.
And someone else from another team has already said that they have a scene with Pedro, and it just like when I heard that, I was like, that makes sense between those characters.
Yeah,
Well,
that
here's the
makes a lot
next
of
team
sense.
here. Another predictable team. Obviously, the new Avengers.
Where's Taskmaster?
We have all of our favorites from Thunderbolts. By the way, I know people joke about this team. I like this team.
I
love this team. Thunderbolts is great.
They felt earned.
This was my favorite of this year for comic movies.
I thought everybody loved this team.
I
Wasn't
do.
this really
love
well
this too.
received?
This is so good.
What was that, Joe?
I said I thought everybody loved this team. Wasn't this like really well received? I thought like
a lot of people. We're
critically
talking about,
yes, monetarily no.
No, we're talking about the brain dead chuds that think that this is a dumb team.
Oh well, they don't like it.
Who actually seriously watch this movie likes it. It's I don't want to be like blanket, but like for the most part, people like this if they actually watched it.
All right, here we go. Our next team, because we got 4 to look at, is the classic X-Men with Channing Tatum.
Predictable.
I'm
Professor
not
X,
Mystique, Gambit, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Beast, and Magneto. Thoughts on this? Anybody? Is this lineup good for you? Bad for you?
I hope. I like everybody. Like I said, I'm not thrilled with Channing Tatum because I felt like his Gambit was just a joke, and I feel like they're just carrying it over because it was popular. But it was a joke. I'd be fine if they left him out. I'd love they actually gave James Marsden some stuff to do with Cyclops because God, he did not get anything else.
I love the X-Men, but the X-Men have some of the best women in comics. So why is there only one woman in this lineup?
So
I was gonna say
not even
very.
are a major one.
So I mean, there have been talks that they're bringing Famke Janssen back, but also the one that's kind of been in question. People were speculating whether or not Anna Paquin was going to be back, and she wasn't in Deadpool and Wolverine due to her health issues. I don't know if that's going to be the case this time around too. I would like to see her at least one more time, but we'll see.
Halle Berry.
Who would we trade? Who would we trade out for one of the women? Sorry, go ahead, Darren. What are you gonna say?
I would just like I think that they were in it at this point. They would have just announced it. Like at first, when we first got this roster, I thought oh, there's so many, they're not telling us. And I think the closer we get, the more I'm thinking, I think this is really it. I think as a main cast of the movie, this is the main cast. We might get small cameos and appearances, but I think this might be it.
And they will have legitimate roles because I saw people saying, "Oh, they're really going to throw them in here just for a little bit." I said they wouldn't go through all the trouble of announcing it if they were just going to have little bits.
Somebody called it the ex-white men, which is kind of funny. Honestly.
You know what? I was actually.
I could tell you were asking who would you kick out for one of the women characters, and who I'd kick out already.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead, Joe.
You know what I was actually wondering, and obviously he's not in the cast. Or they haven't announced him. But I was thinking they're bringing back all these original X-Men actors, and I was like, if they wanted to bring back Kitty Pryde, would they have to recast, or would you bring back Elliot Page and
I don't
say
think
that
Elliot
Pryde transition?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Elliot said that he would.
Oh, really?
Put on a
So
wig.
he would do a drag performance of Kitty.
But
Pryde,
would he do? But could they say that Kitty Pryde is now Kit Pryde or something? Or
no. I think that Elliot would just play Kitty as Kitty.
I mean, I did think he was a good Kitty Pryde, but things have changed, so I don't know. I don't know.
I'm happy that Alan Cummings is back.
If we could swap out,
I love Alan Cummings.
If we could swap out any of these characters for another woman, who would you swap out, and what woman would you put on the team?
Hot take.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart and Ian. As much as I love them, we've had so much of them, and they've done so many journeys. I would prefer
Storm and Jean Grey or something.
Who hasn't had their time to shine.
Jubilee, someone else. Yeah.
God, Jubilee hasn't had shit to do in the movie.
Especially I think you can write it into the narrative that this is a broken team. This is a team that has had their losses. Yeah. Maybe they lost their Xaviers and stuff like that. Play into that a bit more. Or Mystique. As much as I love Mystique, we had a lot of Mystique. I don't necessarily need more Mystique.
I don't even know why they're bringing her back, to be honest.
Of all the women characters to bring back,
if you're talking about another woman, bring Daphne back.
Okay.
Hell yeah, I'd definitely.
That'd actually be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So hot take. I think this is Team Expendable. I think this is everyone pretty much dies team.
Well, I mean, because this is our first time meeting these characters. Like, these aren't. I think people keep forgetting this. This isn't the Fox X-Men.
No, they're dead.
They've died like twice. Like this is the team. I assume maybe there's a wild card we don't know about, but it's seemingly this is the team that Monica meets at the end of the Marvels. This is that original. New
partially,
team.
I think.
I mean,
to go into your earlier point about mix and matching, I think that this is going to be a multiversal merged X-Men. Like I think it's probable that this Gambit is the same one we saw. Maybe not. Kelsey Grammer likely to be the same beast we saw at the end of the Marvels.
Yeah.
Patrick and Ian could both come from the same universe, could come from two different ones.
I mean,
same thing with Mystique. So there's a lot of ways they could play
these
it.
could be the characters from the end of Days of Future Past, ignoring Logan, because I think Logan, as much as I appreciate Logan, and I love Logan, it works better if you kind of ignore it.
Yeah. All right. So we have
none of that matters because it's all timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly.
True.
Yeah. So our final team is the actual Avengers. This is going to be the Avengers lineup as the final team. We have Thor, Ant-Man, Loki, Captain America, Falcon, and Shang-Chi.
Yay, Shang-Chi.
I really think this group should have hung out like before this movie.
This group has the least amount of synergy out of all four of our teams.
Right. Like we haven't
this is
seen
the biggest
seemingly
sausage
since
fest.
his own movie.
Yeah.
This is the biggest sausage fest right here.
True.
Yeah, there needed one. I mean, I don't know if I'd completely agree with that. Like, okay, you have Sam and Falcon. They have their dynamic. You also have the Sam and Ant-Man. Like, right? That trio right there makes sense to me.
This is a Loki that doesn't know these people, though. Like, he's never hung out with them.
I think Loki's new. I think people are assuming, like, oh, Loki's just part of the team. He's, I think he's introduced in the movie in the same facet that Doctor Strange is introduced in Infinity War, where he has to come down and be like, Doctor Doom's coming, guys.
So
they're
Loki...
missing. So they're missing people from this though, because like Shuri and M'Baku and Namor are all in this movie too. So
yes,
I think that's a separate team.
That's a separate team as well. Yeah,
I think that's a separate part of the movie.
So I'm surprised they didn't show like a Wakanda team picture.
Yeah, they didn't. But I think that the issue is that they're trying to hype people up by doing these team combos, right? But if you look at this lineup, out of all the teams, Fantastic Four makes sense, Thunderbolts makes sense, X-Men makes sense, right? Those teams make sense. This one's a little weird because Shang-Chi has been ignored pretty much since he was introduced. Obviously, Captain America and Falcon have synergy together. Captain America, Thor, and Ant-Man all have synergy together. But this Loki, I'm curious, is this the Loki in the Loki series, or this is a multiversal Loki that's just another Tom Hiddleston version
I think
we've
it's
never met before?
I'm going to assume it's from the series, but I don't know.
I think it's got a purpose, Loki.
Yeah.
Also, the two Avengers who kind of brought Shang-Chi in aren't here. The Hulk and King Carol.
Yeah,
and I think if this is the Loki from the series, he's the most powerful one in this group of all the groups. Period.
Yeah.
You're really funny.
No, I was just saying, like, if you look at this group, Loki and Sentry, those two characters are so fucking powerful. Like,
I mean, I would
this
even
Loki
put
is actually more powerful than
Sentry.
Doctor Doom, arguably.
Depends.
He can rewrite reality. Like that's what he does.
So depending on the kind of power that Doom acquires, so can he.
And we don't know what team Doom's going to be on. I kind of assume Doom will be involved in this very much.
Everything that Doom is doing is predicated on Franklin Richards' power. That's it, right?
I mean,
so that's
assume.
Well, I mean, there's no other connection. Where else will we go? Like, think about it this logically. We know that Franklin Richards is extremely powerful. We know in the comics that's how we end up with Battleworld. So my thing is, if we're not going that direction, what other direction would we go to give Dr. Doom the power to do everything he's doing? It has to be Franklin Richards.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying Franklin's not going to do it. I'm just saying he will likely not be the sole contributor to it.
I don't know.
I just need to know when that teaser's dropping so that day is dedicated to that teaser, and I can just be like, all right, the synergy is going to be wild. It will be like, making theory videos, and people will be like, we're gonna be doing streams on multiple channels, being like, okay, what does this mean? Like, I want that day.
Is the 11th. That's the current rumor.
Yeah,
take that as you will. But what? Actually, that's a week.
The 11th is the Game Awards. That's the Game Awards.
Oh Jesus! Oh no.
Which I actually do kind of believe in, like, that rumor, because I think they want that out before Avatar comes out, right? I don't think you want that to come out like
17th, 18th.
Yeah, a couple weeks. It's soon. Yeah.
But like, you don't want that to come out exclusively with Avatar, because then everyone's going to be going in with their phones, doing the things, just see the trailer, and then they're just going to leave. And that's not what they want.
That's so true.
And like you want that event. Like, if you look back to when Avengers Endgame put out their teaser trailer, a trailer that barely had footage.
Yeah,
it was an event.
And we didn't know the title of the movie. We didn't know it until we saw it in the trailer, because it was just released as Avengers trailer. That's all you saw was Avengers.
Yeah. All right, we got some super chats here.
Before that out lied, by the way, about the title of the movie. That's
oh yeah.
Before we get into the Supergirl drama, I will pull that up. But before we do that, I'm going to do these super chats, and I was curious if anybody wants to stick around for a quick round. Like, I know that Jake and was it Ronan? Were you here for that one?
I'm gonna have to head out for that one.
Okay. Well, what I did was we did 3, and I spun the wheel, and then everybody got to do theirs as it landed on their name. So I'll do the same thing tonight if we have a few people that want to hang out and do that after the next topic.
I'll do it.
What's the
topic is going to be for tonight, favorite cartoon shows of all time.
All right.
And we're going to spin the wheel like we did last time, so there won't be any like round robin. It'll just be, if it lands on your name,
I'll make the proud
my favorite show list.
Thanks, man.
We're only doing 3, by the way, not 5. Just 3.
Easy money.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Latin Shark here.
Darren's just going to name 3 Ben 10 shows.
I could, yeah.
Latin Shark says, who are your top 5 channels on YouTube recap? How do you find that? I don't even
It's in the app, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, let me see.
I don't
Let's expose each other.
I'm just gonna
I know one of the channels is a channel that doesn't upload anymore, and I just revisited them because they're like comfort videos, but like I wouldn't fully count them.
Here's what I'll say. It's because I was really shocked I didn't have a lot of more like my friends on here. I was like, why isn't like Lance and Eric and like a lot of these channels that it's typically on here? And I realized, oh, it's because I'm on them. I'm not watching you on YouTube because I am in the studio.
How do I find it? I'm on the app. Is it?
Yeah.
Where's it?
Mine just popped up as soon as I logged in.
Some people's aren't appearing.
When you go to you, and it should be up on top of the history. Should look like this. Watch here.
By the way, am I still lagging?
No, you're not lagging now.
Okay.
I can get
mine isn't showing up. I don't see it.
Damn.
That's weird.
Some people's aren't. I don't know why.
I'm very much ashamed of one that showed up on mine.
Yeah, I don't.
This one is saying channels I've watched, and I'd never heard of this name.
So I don't know what mine are, South Texas Shark. I'm assuming it would. So on my channel, I typically watch a lot of video game content and a lot of music videos. So that's probably what mine is.
YouTube just exposed me. Oh my god.
What did it put up there?
So you know the thing where like you're tapping through like all those like stories and stuff, kind of like on Instagram. My YouTube award is we got. If this isn't me, I don't know what is. Your YouTube award is most likely to quote movie lines at the most random time.
I got that too.
Oh my god.
That too.
That's not me. I don't know what it is.
So Latin Shark or whoever it was, I'll give you this. Besides the one channel that doesn't upload anymore, the other ones were Real Rejects, Heroes We Forge, Trash Taste, and John Roca.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm very ashamed of one of mine. One of mine is a total hate watch channel.
Oh no.
My number 1 was John Campia.
Oh.
My number 2 was a channel that I used to be a regular on, haven't been in several months, but Movie Madness Entertainment, Mad Max's channel. Number 3 is Professor of Rock. I don't know if anyone watches Professor of Rock. He's great.
I've seen a few of his stuff. It could be fun.
Number 4, I am so ashamed. My review, Aaron Fisher.
Oh no.
And number 5 is Adam the Woo.
Okay. Mine was Chainsaw Reacts, our friend on here.
Nice.
Danny Mata, Smosh Pit, Rear Rejects, and Blind Wave.
Blind Wave was another one. Yeah.
I watched all that.
I'll say this. So my the 5 that I've got for like the top for the year. One of them was Chainsaw. One of them was Darren.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
One of them was one of my best friends and somebody that's been a supporter for my channel for a long time, Aeronetic. One of them was okay, this one's funny. One of them was Lance, and then stop. I hate how I can't like just stop it. How I have to like hold the thing down in order to actually read the list because it'll auto go past it if I don't. Yeah, I guess.
Oh, is it like in a short style? Is that how it is? Oh.
Yeah.
It's like Spotify Wrapped, where
it's a
just
story.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, and then the Film Junkie's the other one.
Nice.
Okay.
Lone Wolf for the $2 super chat. Favorite character so far, Eric? I guess because your last comment was about the Mighty Nine, that you're probably asking me what my favorite character is. Either Ford or Jester. Ford or Jester would be my favorites on that show.
I might start watching that show.
Oh my god, it's so good. So good.
I think.
Music Lover here with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Music Lover. I did my YouTube recap, and you are my top channel. Oh. Wow, thank you. I just want to say thank you for the live streams. You were my lifeline in my last semester of grad school. Well, you are very welcome. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. So glad that we could contribute in a positive way to a very stressful situation like grad school. So
yeah, I mean, like those grad school final thesis projects can get really rough. You do desperate things to make it work.
Oh yeah, right. Exactly, Jake.
Boys, I think my eyelids are closing on themselves.
Okay.
So I think I'll tear it out.
All right, Ronan. Have a great night. Good to see you guys. Go over and check out Ronan's channel. Support.
Yeah, just dropping my Kill Bill review, so just be on the lookout for that. I'll see y'all later.
All right.
I haven't had anybody come to me yet and say that I was in their top 5, but I think I'm gonna have to run a contest. Like if you can provide a screenshot proving that I was in your top 5, I'm gonna have a giveaway.
More 90210.
Yeah, maybe.
So I was looking it up. I'm trying it right now. Apparently, if you go to youtube.com/recap, it will take you there.
All right. Well, let's see. Let me see.
I have a link for it.
I just realized you're wearing a Trek shirt, Bob. Sorry.
Yes. I saw the topic. I was like, well, I need to wear a Star Trek shirt.
Yeah. No, that's whenever he switched over to the Avengers teams, I literally switched over and put this hat on.
I just got my Star Trek con pop.
Oh.
Go pop.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm in my Christmas t-shirt phase, and I only have one Star Trek Christmas t-shirt. It's in the hamper.
Let's see. So, pop culture discussion is my number one interest. Second is exploring different cultures. Third is listening to DJ sets. 4 is watching movie trailers, thanks to the Nerdcast. And 5 is, and I don't even watch this, true crime stories. Are people classifying documentaries as true crime stories? Is that why, I guess?
Maybe.
All right, let's see.
Okay, so I have my top 5 channels if people are wondering. Number 1, Eric Debunks.
Wow.
Number 2, Actual Fandom. Number 3, The Birdman. Number 4, Edgier Than Thou. Number 5, some more news. Some
Birdman? Michael Keaton movie?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan.
This is so hilarious with my top 5. First of all, my number 1, 2, and 3 are all either TV or music related. Defected Records, WoW Presents, and then Netflix, which is, I go there for trailers and stuff. Number 4 is Eric Debunks. My own channel is number 4.
Oh, I see how it is.
I don't even know how that's possible.
That's nepotism.
I don't know how that's possible. And number 5 is Lance Geek Drums. Because I watch Party Nation on playback, so I guess that's why.
Oh, he will love to hear that.
I guess that's why. So
you'll never hear the end of it.
What did everybody get for your YouTube award?
Oh,
I got most likely to quote obscure movie lines at the most unexpected times.
Wait,
Yeah.
why does everybody
Most
keep getting
movie.
that one? Hold on.
Yeah, Eric told me. Yeah, Eric told me he wasn't gonna watch mine on playback. It's fine. It hurt a little, but it's fine.
Hold on. How far in the list is that?
Oh wait,
I don't
YouTube
know.
award.
Every nerd
Okay.
on the channel probably got that one.
Okay, I got most likely to spot a bad movie faster than anyone else and share your opinion.
Oh.
Huh.
Hold on, let me skip through it. The Connector. You are drawn to content that sparks conversation and builds community. You've watched pop culture discussions and reality TV recaps along with connecting others to those things. That's interesting. All right.
The hell, Serenity? Look at that reward.
What?
Look at Serenity's reward.
Huh. That's interesting.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, Jay Bird, I made a second channel just so I could watch myself. That's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
Hold on.
My personality type was the Wonder Seeker.
Okay, this is mine. Your YouTube award is most likely to host a themed party based on your favorite movie franchise. That's my award. I can't say it's wrong. I mean, I would do something like that. We have theme parties here at the house. So there's that. All right. We have some other super chats here. Columbia Rican. Are those teams also including cameos? I don't know. I don't know if those teams are including any of the cameos. I have a feeling that we're going to see characters for like 2 seconds and they're going to get murdered very quickly. So on each individual place that these characters are coming from, wherever their planet is, we're just going to see destruction and death.
Yep. And
Because
people
that's
are
what
gonna-
happens during the incursion events in the comic books.
And people are going to see that and they're going to eat that shit up. Even though in Multiverse of Madness, when they did
Yeah.
it, people fucking complained.
Yeah. Because in the comic books, and Bob, I don't know, have you read the 2015 Secret Wars?
No.
Okay. In that one, it's just two different places. It's the Earth 616 and the Ultimate Universe are colliding together. And they have to escape in ships. That's what the event is. And a lot of people get killed trying to save the planet. So,
Yep.
not totally sure.
I think there might be a scene similar to what X-Men 97 did in their final episode.
Split across time.
Well, no, just in like the way they did their cameos. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best uses of cameos I've ever seen because it's showing the consequences of this event and a way of sneaking characters in without making it feel overbloated. So you can have a scene where you see like Spider-Man just like looking up. You can have a scene Captain Marvel in space. You can have a scene with Hulk being like, "What the fuck?" With all these things.
And even then, a number of those characters had like a little more than cameos in that. Like like Iron Man and Captain America actually had roles in that.
Yeah.
So like you could have like a select few of characters actually be more than just cameos.
Lone Wolf with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Lone Wolf. You know why James got shortchanged in X3, right? If not, Cyclops died in X3 because he was committed to filming Superman Returns, leading writers to kill off Cyclops early. What are you gonna say, Jake?
I was gonna say that is pretty common knowledge because he and Bryan Singer left that project together to go do Superman Returns.
I still maintain he didn't die in X-Men 3. We never saw it happen. It happened off screen. And when they questioned her about it, she never confirmed it. She said, "Did you kill Scott?" And she never said a word. I think they were trying to keep him returnable for the future.
Sure. But also, didn't everyone die in that timeline anyway? So they could just be like, well, technically he did die.
Well, when was that?
Xavier killed them all.
When? Oh, in Logan?
Yeah.
Okay.
But also, just like Days of Future Past, like everyone's basically dead. So, like, even if he wasn't dead, that timeline's gone anyway. So.
Yeah. Here we go. The J.C. Denton with a $5 super chat says Nerdcast is greater than Friday Night Tights. Nerdcast made me realize I don't want to hang out with the depressed Republican whales 24/7. Keep up the good work, Eric. Well, welcome. I'm glad you want to come. The Whale. Yeah.
Great movie.
No, thank you, JC, for being here. Look, very briefly to just be a little serious for a moment because we joke a lot, but I really do appreciate all the support on both of my channels and you guys coming through and hanging out with us on the live streams and being here. None of this would be possible without the support of the people in the chat. So I want to thank you guys so much for coming in and doing that. And this is why I work so hard to push back against a lot of that negativity, is to bring people into a space where we can disagree about stuff, but not everything is blamed on diversity and people, agendas or virtue signaling or dumb stuff like that. I can guarantee you all 5 of us have difference of opinions on a lot of the things we discuss, and we never have to place the blame on somebody else.
Yeah, so, I love talking about movies and just media in general. And part of the issue is that these guys have just fucking tainted the fucking sphere around us. And
and right here it says Lone Wolf the Child Super Chat says you were number 3 in my list. I was number 3. I demand to know who number 1 and 2 was, because if it happens to be Grace Randolph and John Campea, we're gonna have a problem. Lone Wolf. I'm just kidding. Thank you for tuning into the channel and making me.
It was Nerdrotic and Geeks and Games.
Right, exactly.
Making
me your number 3.
White House YouTube
so
page.
He says that's somebody's real Christmas tree or just a random background. Looks cool. This is a one that came from StreamYard, so I don't know if it is somebody's real Christmas tree or not. They do seasonal things where they're like, hey, we have seasonal wallpapers you can use. I actually will replace this with what happened? Okay.
Take that out of here.
I will replace this with my real tree and stuff like that. I'll take a picture of it for the background when it's all up. So, let's see. Look at this. See? Campy was my number 4. I knew he was in somebody's list.
He was my number 1. I was in his top 2%.
That one's easy to do, though, because, I don't watch Campea, obviously. But, how Campea does his shit is, he'll post, 20... 4-minute videos every day, so you could.
Well, he does what we do. He does a live stream and then he just clips out the parts for his video.
Yeah, so it's very easy to.
I will maintain though that I think he's the best movie talk. I don't always agree with his opinions, but I think the way he runs his panel is really good. They never get into any personal drama. It's always focused squarely on the movies. I think he does a really good show, even though I don't always agree with his take on it.
I squarely disagree. I think we're on the best movie talk right now.
Oh, here we go. Jay Bird says, I'm still recovering from Forbes citing that Park Place. Were you here for that, Bob? Did you hear about that? No. That was amazing. So it says Jake is back, but he's not. Okay, we'll figure it out. No, so, okay, I think it was just this last stream. We started reading an article from Forbes about Deadpool and Wolverine's box office, and it felt a little chuddy to me. So we started going through the article, and then I was like, we got about halfway through, and it's they cited that Park Place as where the information came from in a Forbes article.
Fuck. Forbes? Fuck.
Yeah, well, hold on. It gets worse. Jake has returned.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. My internet shit out for a second.
Oh, okay. So we followed the breadcrumbs, Bob, over to that Park Place, right? As I'm reading through the article, Joe points out that the author for Forbes is cited as the source for that Park Place.
Oh, my God.
But not from
Forbes.
But not from Forbes, from another article, right, that came out during the same week, right? So we followed that article back, and that was her article that was written for another outlet. So basically, her source was herself.
Oh, my God. That is such a chud thing to do.
Yeah. Let's see here. We did have a...
Nice one, Chris.
Jason says, Eric, you're number 1 on my currently watching. All right, well, that's good. I'm glad to be someone else's number 1.
Who's number 2 and is currently watching?
And the kiss assing is real right now.
I love it. Keep on. I there's one thing that really works on me, and that's flattery. You just flatter me, and I'll throw the credit card at you and go shopping and all that stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
You are nowhere near my top 5.
All right,
Damn.
So. This was the news.
I think I'm the only one who said Darren.
I can never get this guy's last names right? Matthias Schoenarts, right? Is that how you say his last name? Schoenarts?
Schoenarts, I'm guessing.
Has been sentenced to 6 months in prison and a 4,000 pound fine and a 1-year driving ban for driving without a valid license. And then he will star as the main villain, Krim, in Supergirl next year. Is this marketing? He's such a villain that he drives without his license. Lock him up.
I think
there's got to be something else. Just driving without your license is
well,
I mean, like if he had already had all those prior offenses, he had been arrested 11 times and they still hired him.
There was more to this.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's kind of a party guy. He's been arrested for him being intoxicated and driving, and was told that he couldn't drive in certain countries, and so he got pulled over again for doing that, I guess. So he's a bad boy. Like, this isn't like, one of those, we can't believe this happened. No, he probably deserved to lose his privileges for a year or whatever.
What's kind of funny?
I mean, you see people that do a lot worse, and they have just a slap on the wrist. Wait.
So this is 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else is in 6 months? June.
Supergirl.
Yep.
Yeah.
June is the release of Supergirl. So he's most likely going to miss the press of Supergirl.
I mean, people were saying that, like, is this going to be like a big thing? It's like, you see people do a lot worse than this, and they just get a slap on the wrist. So
I feel like this is like, all the James Gunn haters, they're jumping on this because it's all they got. Like,
yeah,
who cares? I mean,
this to me is this isn't. Look, you shouldn't be driving intoxicated. He absolutely deserves to get in trouble for it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, this is a relatively minor offense compared to like what other people get in trouble for. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, I mean, this isn't like Ezra Miller, or when he was like assaulting women in Hawaii. This isn't like, this is like, it's not good, but it's also not that bad either.
This isn't a career-ending thing.
No,
it's not a career-ending thing.
This isn't like let's reshoot his role for Supergirl at all.
No,
and like they're so close. I don't think they can afford to.
No, like this is, and I think we're talking about this on Party Nation, but what they're going to do instead, which I think is actually the better marketing choice anyway, is instead of having him on the press tour, they're going to bring Jason. Momoa instead, heavily market Lobo. Right? Because I'll be honest, I think that's what most people are most excited for anyway. Obviously for Millie and Supergirl itself. But outside of her, it's Jason Momoa as Lobo. So market that aspect of it. Most people don't even know who this guy is. Like,
you know what else they're going to be marketing?
And whoever said it's not going to be whoever.
What's that?
Oh, what? Oh.
You good, Jake?
Please?
Whoever said it's not going to be like Ezra Miller, this person's actually going to do time. So they're right. It's not going to be.
Yeah.
You know what else they're going to be marketing for Supergirl? Crypto. Because that worked out really well for them last time.
Yep.
True.
It's going to be like the alien planets. It's going to be Millie and then Lobo and Crypto. Yeah. 100%.
Let's see here.
Which, aren't we supposed to be getting a trailer like in a couple of days?
2 weeks, I thought. I heard it was 2 weeks.
Yes.
What Warner Brothers movie's coming out in 2 weeks that they're going to stick that on? I can't think.
Warner Brothers movie?
Do they have?
I'm assuming it's going to be a Warner Brothers movie. Maybe not.
Is Anaconda Warner Brothers?
I don't think so. I think that's Sony.
No.
So I don't think they have a movie then.
Maybe Cat in the Hat. When's Cat in the Hat open? Is that a Christmas movie?
Next November.
Oh, never mind then. I don't know.
Well, after, yeah.
I think it's a Miss Piggy movie. Just kidding.
I mean, they might want to strap it to Avatar.
Yeah, I mean, just like holiday season in general. So Avatar, SpongeBob, Anaconda.
Yeah.
Am I good now? Because I was lagging for a minute there. Am I good now?
Are you?
You
sound like you are.
I don't know. I was. So I guess I must have been lagging because it's like.
You were.
Yeah, because like all of you guys were cutting out, and it's like it was.
Yeah, well, you froze. Like you sounded like you had a glitch in the system a second ago.
Yeah, you were like mid-sentence.
You were like, and I, and then it just completely cut off, and then you popped back on screen like everything was fine. I'm like, what? It was really weird.
If we want to test your connection, Jake, name a superhero movie. I'll react to it, and we can see you get disgusted in real time. And if it doesn't work, you're lagging.
I reject.
Lone Wolf with the $5 super chat. My number 2 was a music podcast called The Metal Roundup. 3 music reactor I talk to daily. Number 1 film critic Cody Leach. Number 4 was Campia, and 5 was Boba. So I was in the middle of all of that. So.
No, Serenity. I didn't fall asleep. Peacemaker's done.
Oh my God. Thank you, Lone Wolf. Okay, so I think that's it for me story wise. Does anybody have anything that we didn't talk about that you wanted to bring up at all?
New Men in Black movie.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
Is there actually new Men?
Oh,
in
there's
Black?
gonna be a new Men in Black.
Yep.
That's
Who's in it?
It's very early. It's very early in
so
the production.
This
I'm not.
Supergirl-
Yeah.
This Supergirl news. It was not the only actor controversy to come out this week.
Wait, from Supergirl?
No, just period. You not know what other actor controversy happened this week?
I mean, there's a couple of them. So which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about BD Wong.
Oh, I didn't see
I
that.
heard that.
BD Wong? What?
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, more controversy.
I like BD Wong. What the hell?
What happened? Hold on.
Yeah.
That one, but then also on a sad note, Shang Tsung's actor from Mortal Kombat passed away today.
Oh yeah. Earlier we
Yeah.
we talked about that right before you got here.
When we have a second, can we circle back to Men in Black?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You can talk about it now. I'm just looking up something.
Yeah, I
for
just
BD
sent it
Wong.
into the private chat.
All right.
I was just gonna say I hadn't heard anything about Men in Black coming back, but I got to tell you, I've been saying for years. Although I hated the 4th movie, and I hated the 4th movie.
No, I'm right there with you. It was awful.
I still wish we could get another go with Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson because I don't like the movie, but they have such good chemistry together, as proven by the Thor movies, that I think with a better script, that pairing is good.
Let me read this title.
I love the cast, the 4th one, but it was so bad. It's hard for me to go back to it.
A new Men in Black film is in the works. Will Smith is being eyed to return with this character written into the script in hopes that he signs. Source deadline.
Well, let's just hope they don't cast Chris Rock.
Okay, this BD Wong thing is really weird. It's a really weird drama.
Yeah, I was kind of looking into it as well.
Okay, hold on. Let me Are we done talking about this, or we want to mention anything else about it? I don't want to move on if anybody has anything else to say.
I will say
down.
I wish I'm down for a good Men in Black movie, but god damn it, don't be like the 4th one where
We
it has,
haven't had a
this
good
great
one since.
casting.
I
I like the 3rd one.
This
my opinion, we haven't had a good one since 2.
This was the
Two
BD Wong
sucked. Two
drama.
Second, I don't know. 2's my favorite of the 4. I gotta say.
I mean,
madness. That is madness.
No, so that's the thing. 2 is not great. I think it's better than 3 and 4.
I think 1 is the best one, but I think 3 is all right.
Wait, I got no. All right. So
I
this
think
was
2 has the biggest laugh. I'm sorry. Go on.
no.
No, the biggest. I think the biggest laugh is when they get flushed and when David Cross is gets his shovel to. They're like, you gotta stop living with your mom, and he picks up his shovel and he's like, "Mom." That killed me.
All right, so this is the drama. I don't know who this person is. Is anybody familiar with this? Is this an actor or an influencer or something? The real Tarzan?
I don't know.
I think the latter of those two things.
So an influencer. Okay. So he's got some sort of it looks like, is this a panda or something? I'm not sure what this is.
Ooh.
But it says, name this animal, wrong answers only, right? And BD Wong, when you see this reply, you're going to be like, what?
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's wild.
It appears to be a black man. What? I don't even know.
I see what he's trying to do.
I see what, and it's a failure.
Yeah. He's it's supposed to be a obvious show because he's talking about the man in the photo and not the animal. But it's
It's bad. And
It's kind of rough.
Yeah.
I'll say this. He, has.
I mean,
If he has like a show or a movie later that he has to do press for, good luck.
Yeah,
the joke works better.
He's. I'll be honest. He did the full-fledged apology, and honestly, I get the joke he's trying to make. I think it was just a terrible failure.
It was. It was. I think if the post didn't say animal, then this is a different conversation.
Yeah.
Right. Like I think the thing is like, you're.
Oh, absolutely. That is the word that makes it so bad. Yeah.
He did a pretty bad job of reading the room.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Not great.
Okay. All right. So, with that being said, are we ready to jump into our top 3 favorite cartoons of all time?
My list will probably be fairly shallow, but I'm down.
That's okay. So the way that we're going to do this, we're going to do it the way we did it last time, which is a much quicker way. And we're going to spin the wheel, and what will happen is when it lands on your name, you just give one of the things on your list. That's it.
Okay.
So that way we don't have to do a round robin. It's just luck of the draw. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to spin and see who gets to go first. Chat, we're going to do... Wait, Jake, what was it last time?
What was what last time?
What was good and what was bad?
It was pumpkins were good and corn was bad.
Okay. So we're going to do that again. Throw pumpkins if it's good. Throw corn if it's bad. Okay? And here we go. So, Jake, you actually are... Yeah, go ahead.
Can I get clarification? When we say best cartoons, are we talking like TV shows or...
Yes.
Like, are we talking theatrical shorts or
just,
like anything?
Just TV shows. Just TV shows, yeah.
Man, I'm getting pumpkins already, and I haven't even given my answer yet. I guess they know it's going to be good.
Okay, well, let's see then. You go ahead. What's your first one?
Well, my first one, this is not going to be a shock to anybody. This little thing right here, X-Men 90s. Had to say it.
Specifically the 90s X-Men.
Specifically the 90s one. Yeah, my favorite animated show of all time.
All right. What
got me into the world of Marvel. Still go back and rewatch it today. Like, I'll pop an episode on with a morning coffee. It's kind of therapeutic. Met most of the cast. Have a signed copy of the pilot script over there. Got this bracelet right here from one of the cast members with the "To Me My X-Men" thing on it. This was a gift from the original creators of said show, who are now producers on 97. So yeah,
I see you claimed that one very quick. You claimed that very, very quick.
Yeah, because I had a feeling Darren might try to get to it if I didn't.
I mean, it's a contender.
Or you, because you did it last time.
I did do it last time. That's true. All right.
Yep,
let's see who's up next. All right. And we have Bob. So, Bob, what is the first in your list, in your 3 choices?
Well, I'm going to go with... I don't have that much anime in my repertoire, but I'm going to go with the anime that's always stuck with me. It's the only anime that I have on Blu-ray out there, the complete series. It's Cowboy Bebop. I love the cast. I love the characters. I love the adventures they go on. It's so much fun. I love the movie as well. But, it's such a great series. I thoroughly enjoy it.
We said animated, Bob, not the live-action Netflix Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, damn, because that's exclusively what I was talking about.
Just kidding.
That would be the case for me. I love the live-action show.
Wait, you love the live-action Cowboy Bebop?
I hate anime. I won't watch anime, but if you make a live-action adaptation of anime, I'll watch it.
Okay. What do you think of One Piece?
If you like the Netflix, watch the original cartoon. It's the same, but better.
I can't stand the animation style of anime. I don't like the way anime looks.
Oh, it's
what about the One Piece live action?
I watched one episode and I thought it was okay, but I'm like, this is just if Plastic Man became a pirate. So I didn't watch anymore. It was okay.
All right.
Listen, I can understand being a bit forgiving of the Netflix adaptation, but it's not better than the original.
Okay, we're gonna spin this. See who's up next. All right, here we go. Wow. Up again
Damn.
is Jake. Is it rigged?
He's getting 2 in there.
Chat,
Man.
is it rigged for Jake? Is he rigged the system?
Jake.
Oh, that's about time. So I'm gonna go with a decade back on this one, and not only do I have several Funkos of this, I'm also wearing some stuff for it tonight. I'm going with 84 G1 Transformers. So yeah,
okay.
Still my favorite piece of Transformers media alongside the 86 movie. Grew up watching those with my old man. We would go back and see the 86 movie in its theatrical releases on all of its milestone years whenever it would come back. That was kind of a tradition of ours. And yeah, well, like when I think Transformers, my mind immediately goes there. That's my favorite version of those characters.
Okay.
So, and fun fact, this upcoming weekend, I'm going to be in Steel City Comic-Con this weekend. And at that event, Peter Cullen and Frank Weckler are actually going to be there in attendance.
I thought you were going to say that your favorite was Transformers Energon. I thought you were going to...
Nope. Nope.
All right. Let's see who we got next. Oh, it has landed on Joe.
Hassan, that's exactly the one I said.
All right, Joe, what do you got?
I'm going to go with, first of all, I'm going to cheat. We said television, not theatrical. So I'm going to go with the television version of theatrical. The Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show.
Okay. When did that come out?
That was in the 70s and 80s.
I was going to say that's an older
Saturday
one.
morning staple, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was the TV packaging of those classic theatrical shorts, and
yeah,
I think they're the greatest cartoons ever made. So.
Okay, well, fair enough. All right, with that being said, let's spin the wheel, see if somebody else can get a chance here. I don't think Darren even exists on the wheel. Oh, wait.
Oh. You can't just wait till the end. You gotta give something.
No. It was almost there for you, Darren. Almost. You almost had it. All right, so I have a lot of different ones that I love. I'm probably going to go back to... Look at my list here. The OG G.I. Joe cartoons. Like from back in the day. I love that movie. The G.I. Joe movie with Cobra Law is like one of my favorite animated movies of all time. So I really enjoy those old school like G.I. Joe. The More You Know, like that kind of shit. I really enjoyed that. I know it's not great, it's cheesy, but I still love it, and it's in my list because of nostalgia.
Of all the classic cartoons, the ones I had the biggest toy collection for, possibly only competing with Ninja Turtles, would be G.I. Joe.
Yeah, they had some really cool ones. Destro, one of my favorite characters. The twins, love them. I actually had as a kid I played with it till it was destroyed, but the unique Cobra Commander one, like the limited time one with like the whole head exposed and everything.
I remember having this giant sea base that I would play with. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah. All right.
By the way, since you mentioned the movie, did you know that Big Lob and Pythona have action figures now?
Really?
I saw them in Target tonight.
Oh, I'll have to go look for them. Look, Darren's finally up. So, Darren, what do you got?
Alrighty. I purposely avoided all the ones I always talk about in here. Like, I avoided the Ben 10, the Gravity Falls, the Phineas and Ferb, all those guys. I'm trying to find something I don't know if I've talked about on this channel yet. I'm on my first pick. I went with Infinity Train. This was a Cartoon Network series. This was a anthology series. If anyone's heard of it or has not seen it, I highly recommend it. The whole concept is that each season a kid or maybe multiple kids gets trapped in this train car, and each different train car is a different reality, a different world, and they have to find their way through each train car. And, they have to either fix something about their life or find what's bothering them or what they need fixed in their life. And really complete themselves by the end of the season, and it's a really, really well done show. I highly recommend. It could have gone for 100 seasons. It only got 4 great seasons though.
Infinity
so highly
Train.
recommend it.
All right.
Very,
Gone for
very good.
Infinity
All right.
It could have, yes.
and beyond.
Who is up next? Oh, it looks like it's going to be Bob. So, Bob, what is your next choice?
I'm going to go newer here. And just because we talked about Star Trek, I'm going to go for my favorite Star Trek series. I'm going with Lower Decks.
I knew you
absolutely
were going to go there.
adore that series. The episode I feel like I return to all the time is Crisis Point 2. It's kind of it's a scathing, savage look at AI, but like it's hilarious. But like there's so much in that series I absolutely adore. Absolutely love it. Fantastic. Nothing negative to say. No bad episodes in my opinion. No man.
All right. Good choice. Let's see who's up next. Spinning the wheel. Is it going to be Darren again?
Oopsie.
Oh, it's going to be Joe. All right, Joe. What do you got?
First off, I do have to disagree. There's no bad episodes of Lower Decks. I do not like the peanut hamper centric episode.
Oh my god, I love that one.
That.
That's one of my favorite episodes. That is one of my favorite episodes.
I love it.
It's so weird. Anyway, go
She
ahead.
falls in love with Jeffrey Combs. It's great. She falls in love.
I do love Jeffrey Combs. I spilled beer on him once. But anyway, I'm going to go with one of the childhood favorite. I love He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Ooh.
Filmation was great. I liked the Mike Young revival. I liked the Kevin Smith version. Didn't care for the Netflix one with the CGI, but yeah, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Okay. That's a good choice. All right, so here we got Darren still has 2 left. I have 2 left. Bob, Jake, and Joe all have 1 left. So let's see if Darren and I can answer again at any point.
Oh no.
No, is it me? Maybe?
That's you.
Okay. This one's really easy for me. It's not even an action show. It's more of just a really fucked up, weird comedy show, and that is Ren and Stimpy. I loved Ren and Stimpy. Now, there's 2 different versions. You have the one that was the OG one that was weird, but it wasn't like over the top sexual and disgusting or whatever. And then you have the late night one that came out later that was like very sexual innuendos and like just like even more weird than the original series. I like both of them, but I prefer the OG one, the one from the MTV back in the day. That's the one that I like. So, anybody else like Ren and Stimpy, or am I out on a limb on this one?
Never seen it.
Well, I watched it.
I know it through cultural osmosis, and I've seen
Really?
it wild, but yeah.
I used to watch it all the time. I thought it was so fun. All right, so here we go. Oh, Jake gets to wrap it up with his 3rd choice here.
Wrap it up.
All right. No, Darren, no. Anyway,
What?
I thought you were quoting Holtz Luther, and I got a little bit.
I don't know
shivered
what
a
that
little.
is. He froze again.
Oh. Okay.
We got this. We got.
It's gonna be fun to see if this can work.
What?
Sorry, I guess something's wrong with my internet. So last one I'll say on here is a show from the mid-90s done by Bruce, Tim, and Paul Dini, and it's not the one everyone's thinking of. Because I was going to save that one for somebody else because, I'm nice like that. And instead, I'm going with Freakazoid. Absolutely loved that cartoon. Got a lot of my, I guess you could say, childhood one-liners from it, which my teachers definitely did not approve of. But just one that I rewatched constantly. It was always on Saturday mornings. We always would, like me and my siblings that were around there, we would just throw quotes at each other like over like a morning bowl of cereal at breakfast. It was kind of a pattern, if you want to call it.
Are you back, Jake, or no? I guess not. The answer to that is no. Okay, so we're gonna spin the wheel.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm back. But did you guys hear what my third one was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I think we're Jake. I want to. If you're gonna hear this like 10 seconds, I think you're lagging. So just so you know.
No, it's like I am, and then I'm not.
That's so funny.
All right, Joe.
All right, I changed my mind last night. I had Batman Brave and the Bold as my third, but I decided no, I'm going to go more old school. I'm going to go with the cartoon show that really made me a DC Comics fan, and that's Super Friends.
Oh. That's a great
kind of
one.
My entry point. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's a good one. All right, Darren, you still have 2 on the board, and it's just me and Bob. So let's see if Darren's going to get to go between Bob and myself.
Got a 50% shot of getting.
Honestly, I hope they save
what
both
was the show
laugh.
that just got mentioned? Super Friends?
Yep.
Jake, once you hear this, maybe you should reload your computer, my friend.
You know what? I want it. Like, there's 2 series that I love that are really famous that have been mentioned yet that I would love to mention. But I kind of also want to mention something that I don't think anybody else would mention but me, because it's definitely of someone of my age range who really appreciate this. And I think I'm going to go ahead and name that. I'm going to go with Clerks, the animated series. I enjoyed crap out of that back in the day. That was so much fun. Very short.
Who's driving car? Bear driving car.
All right. So, Darren, you might have a shot at being next, or you might give your 2 in a row. Last time we did this,
I just save it. Yeah.
Joe got his 2 at the end, so we'll see. What? Oh.
Okay.
All right, Darren. What do you got?
Alrighty. I'm kind of going mine similar. It's kind of a similar show to the last one. It's in kind of the same vein. I think it has some of the same creators. Another Cartoon Network series, Over the Garden Wall. This was a limited. This is a limited series over at Cartoon Network, and I think it really shows the power of a good limited series. Yeah. Just fantastic world. These 2 brothers get sucked into this very creepy, kind of Halloweeny type of a world, and they have to kind of find their way through with some genuinely beautiful storylines and characters, and a world they could have done a whole 10-season series with, but they limited themselves, being like, nope, this is it. This is all we want to do, and is now a cult classic for. I feel like everyone, kind of my generation especially, we're like, oh, we're gonna watch this every fall.
No, my daughter had me watch that, and it was really good. And I was shocked at some of the voices in it. There's so many famous people there. I was like, holy
Christopher
shit.
Lloyd,
yeah,
which might be my favorite performance from Christopher Lloyd.
I never heard of it until this year, and it keeps coming up in like everything podcasts I watched, YouTube channels. It keeps coming up this year, but before this year, I never heard of it.
It's only got a few episodes too. You can watch it all.
It's like 10, 20-minute episodes. So it's like basically a movie. Like, you could watch it all in one sitting. It's like 2 hours long. It's beautiful. It is such a great show.
All right, so we have a 50-50 shot. It could be Darren doing both of his in a row and leaving me for last, or I could be up next. Let's see. What do we got? All right, it's me. So that means Darren will go last. Let's go ahead and stop sharing this here. My final choice is a little cartoon called Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Nice.
One of my favorite cartoons growing up. I remember just being so excited because Spider-Man was my individual favorite superhero, and the X-Men were my favorite superhero team. So I was getting all of that in that show together, because there is a very short, I believe, third season where it's only like 4 episodes long, and there's an X-Men storyline in there where Juggernaut attacks like the X-Mansion and Spider-Man's there. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. So that was my number one. I would probably rank that number one on my list, would be Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. So, and Jake has returned somehow.
Okay, yeah. So I heard, last one I heard was Super Friends, and I just heard Amazing Friends.
Spider-Man Has Amazing Friends. Yep.
Yeah.
And now Darren is giving his last one. So, what do you got, Darren?
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, a lot of my choices have been more of these like modern shows that have come out either within the last 10 years or so, mainly because these are just kind of things I've grown up on over the last couple of years. This one I watched about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago at this point. It's a show that's still pretty relevant, at least within like the LGBTQ plus community. And that's Disney's The Owl House. Such a
now when I watch with my daughter.
It's such an incredible journey. Obviously, like I was drawn to it because I love Gravity Falls. I think that show's amazing. And you have like Dana Terrace, who had done work on Gravity Falls. She is married to I think it's Alex Hirsch, the creators of Gravity Falls. So I was like, okay, let's see this one out. And I actually like it more than Gravity Falls. I think it's such a beautiful little story and world that they created. It's such a fascinating world. I think it started as just like, oh, this is Disney's Harry Potter, and then it kind of gave birth to something even cooler, or not cooler. I don't want to put that precedence out there, but it turned into something I think a lot different, and it was such a huge thing at the time. It was the first, I'm pretty sure, open queer relationship for Disney. I think it was like the first queer kiss on a Disney cartoon. Like that was such a huge moment when that happened.
I think you're right. Yeah,
it was such an incredible thing, and watching that kind of give birth and how it's grown such a fan base, I think is incredible. Also, shout out to Dana Terrace, who recently told her fans to pirate the show just so they could get rid of Disney Plus. She's like, "Fuck this AI shit," and I was like, "That's so cool of her."
Before we move on too far, I just want to mention 2 series that were serious contenders for me, but they're really popular, so I kind of pushed them aside. I think they deserve a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out to Avatar: Last Airbender and Batman the Animated Series, both fantastic classic series. I don't think anybody would debate those.
I'll throw 2 more out there as well if we're doing that. That cool?
Hey, yeah, I did it. I did it.
Okay. My 2 that I'll throw out there, Spider-Man the Animated Series, while we're on the topic of that, like, you know, one of the definitely foundational superhero cartoons of the 90s, can't really dispute. And one cartoon that a lot of kids definitely watched, you know, growing up, even though it definitely was not made for kids, and that's Rocko's Modern Life. Have to throw that one out there. A lot of adult humor in that show, but that's kind of what made it awesome.
We have Lone Wolf here with the $2 super chat. This is for Joe. It says Steins Gate, Fate Zero, Gundam Wing, anime Joe. So that's his 3.
Not doing it. But if we're going to throw out honorable mentions, I'm going to throw out an honorable mention that I think tainted itself by going on way too long. But if we can just focus on the first 13 seasons, The Simpsons.
I was about to say Simpsons was huge for me, but God.
Those first 13 seasons are amazing, but they should have stopped.
God, yes. I tried to watch Simpsons, the newer stuff recently. I was just like, fuck, this is awful.
Behind the Laughter should have been the final episode.
Do we think the movie's going to wrap it up?
No.
No?
They'll keep going.
Listen, I haven't liked new Simpsons episodes, but I did think that the last movie was solid, so maybe...
I did like the movie,
yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm looking in the chat. There's a How to Train Your Dragon cartoon series?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's a couple, I think.
There's like 6.
My wife loves it. It fills in the gaps between seasons. Or between
there's
movies.
also, I want to say...
Go ahead, Darren. Judge me. I know you want to.
As well,
no, it's fine. Like... They have a really weird history with that because they did 2 series over at Cartoon Network. Then they did like 6 or 7 seasons of a new show at Netflix. And then they did some weird, like there was like a younger generation show that was kind of like more for the preschool audience.
Yeah.
Then they did another show that was like set like 1,000 years in the future. Like they've dipped their toes in a lot of the.
And like I want to say like the series, like half the cast is back, but then half of it is recast. It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done all of it, but I want to.
The original show's kind of cool though because each season takes place between two of the movies. They kind of fill in gaps.
You'll like the movies more if you've seen the show, just because it's like more character stuff that you just get to spend time with those characters, which makes what happens in the movies more impactful. Because it's like, oh damn, I just spent like 200 episodes with it.
I'll give kind of a shout out to this one too. This is one that my nephews and niece all really like. Mentioning one of Darren's favorite worlds here on this one. That Lion Guard show is fun. You know, I'll give it that. I think there's a lot of that stuff that's not canon, but
I need to watch it.
It is fun little adventures, and like whenever they turn it on, they eat it up, and then you know, like I'm there too, and like I'm getting bits of it every now and then. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of nice.
This statement's about to sound sus, but I need to find a child so I can have an excuse to watch it.
Oh no, that does sound sus.
Bluey is great too.
Okay, I am very, very glad that sentence finished because for a second all I heard from Darren was I need to find a child.
Yeah. Cameron here with the challenge super chat says Deathstroke will be introduced in Absolute Batman. I did find that here, and Bob, I don't know how far along you are, so I don't know if this is a spoiler or anything like that. But because I know, aren't you reading Absolute Batman right now or no?
Yeah, I think I'm at issue 11 was the last one I read, so I'm a couple.
Well, this is the picture that I found online. I don't know if this is the real picture or not, but this seems to be the.
We'll have to see.
Ooh.
Absolute.
They've teased stuff that hasn't been introduced yet, so.
Yeah, that fucking sword is some shit from like fucking Bleach or something, or
Final Fantasy 7. Shit.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck.
He's got a fucking. He's got like a Final Fantasy blade over there.
Yep. Yeah.
I want to see like Menu Bennett with a sword like that.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Just slices them in half. Choose.
Get a load of this.
Lone Wolf with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Lone Wolf. Says, so Scarlet being in Batman 2, did you see Emma was first to be offered and denied it? I'm with Boba. Emma, what the fuck? Why? Is it because of the production hell of the movie? I mean, it's one of those like movies that keeps ending up in the black hole. Kind of.
She kind of sticks to indie films. If you look at what she does, she's doing like all those Yorgos Lanthimos film or Lanthimos. Did I pronounce his name right? I don't know. I don't think of. Has she been in any major blockbusters? I can't think of it.
Yeah, I think there were these two really big blockbusters from Marvel. I think they were called the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
I was just about to say.
Wrong. Yeah, I was about ready to say she's familiar.
Like,
oh yeah, I forgot she was in those.
Like maybe she's just like one of the major three is enough for me, right? Like, like she has got her fair share of the super.
She's like, I did Spider-Man. I'm good.
Yeah, like maybe she's kind of had her time in that spotlight. Which is fair. Like again, she's seen the fandom and how crazy they can be, especially for like a love interest kind of character. Like she's had that time to shine.
Right. I mean, like she's already taken a crack at that kind of. She's already taken a crack at that kind of character. So.
Yeah. Jesus, Jake.
That's a really bad joke. I'm sorry.
Jaybird says,
I know.
Cruella, which, yes, she also did Cruella.
Cruella
could have also just been scheduling, too. Like, maybe she's... Well, actually, yeah, because they're not filming yet, so probably not scheduling.
Yeah, Berserk. That's also another one that Deathstroke reminded me of. I was trying to think of what it reminded me of.
I love that movie.
Berserk.
I love that movie.
Yeah. A Warhammer sword. Yeah, you could say that, too. All right, so let's see what everybody picked in the two rooms. We're gonna head over to the reload or the debunked room first and see what you guys voted on. And you voted on 42% of you voted that you want me to react to a new channel. So I have to go find someone to react to. There's plenty of them, so I'm sure I could find someone to make a video on. So thank you guys so much for participating over there and all of your donations on the Debunks channel. All right, let's go see what's going on in the Reloaded channel. Let's see what everybody picked. Actually, I'll give everybody a second to vote on this. Here's your 1
Give me a
minute
second to vote.
voting thing. Yeah. Top 5 standout scenes in superhero films. These two are Jake's, by the way. Top 5 comic book castings with wasted potential. Top 5 worst retcons from films and TV shows. Or top 5 worst scenes in superhero films. Those are the choices. Everybody in the chat, we got 47 votes. If you would like to vote on that, go ahead and vote now.
So, by the way, when I said standout in mine, I meant a standout best. So,
yeah, that's fine. I wouldn't think of standout as bad. I think it kind of leads into good for me.
Fair. Just making sure that was clear.
Yeah, so that one's for best, like your favorite standout scenes.
Which one of my options, Hassan? I put 2 of them in there.
Yeah, the first 2 are Jake's. We tried them last stream and they didn't make it. Or I don't know if it was last stream. It was a stream before, maybe. They didn't make it.
No, it was last stream.
Was it? Okay.
I had to fight. I had to fight a while for the Rotten Tomatoes one, and I'll fight for these 2.
Let's see here. There's something in the private chat there.
Oh, it's me suggesting a
All
possible
right.
judge to start with.
Okay. Thank you for that. All right, so we're going to end the poll. We are going to see what everybody voted for.
Hopefully my internet stays up long enough to where I can hear it.
The winner is top 5, and it's well, no, it's not barely. I guess it's a 6-point difference. Top 5 worst retcons from films and TV shows. So Jake will have to try yours again next stream and see if you have to fight for them. So top 5 worst retcons from films and TV shows is going to be one of the options. Whoops.
Another day.
And the thing about it is that if you feel like something is a retcon, but you're not totally sure if it counts as a retcon, you can still put it in your list and fight for it. So, like, if you want to argue that it is a retcon or whatever, totally good with that.
Yeah, arguments never lead to anything bad.
Lone Wolf, $2 super chat. How is your Spotify Wrapped? I don't have Spotify anymore.
Yeah, I canceled it with the Joe Rogan thing, honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I kind of agree.
Well, I didn't realize this, but if you pay for YouTube Premium, you get YouTube Music.
Yeah.
So I downloaded the YouTube Music app, and I just moved all my Spotify playlist over to YouTube Music. So that's what I use for.
Yeah.
For
I
music
just
now.
have a massive personal collection. I'm
Yeah.
always adding to it. So I will have
think-
a wrap up list, but has to actually wait till the end of the year.
I think I told the story last year. But my Spotify, like, I mean, I mainly use YouTube as well, but my Spotify's always fucked at the end of the year because I will listen to like I'll sleep to like rainy background music and like calming sleeping music. So like my top 5 songs are always some weird like rainy night in Chicago or like something like that. It's always like the lamest Spotify song.
So I do have an app called Deezer. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Deezer. It's essentially like Spotify, Deezer. But I use it because it works with my DJ service, so it's part of a business thing for me or whatever. So this is not going to be right for me because this is music that I get requested at the club and stuff. So, oh wait, I don't want the music to play. So yeah, like on Deezer, hold on, let me see. My Whitney Houston is not in my top 10 this year. Beyonce was. Keep in mind, these are all club requests, right? Let's see. I've streamed for 8,955 minutes on this app.
It's a lot of minutes.
Yeah. This isn't really me because, again, it's stuff that I play at the club. Beyonce, a lot of hip hop. Yeah. So that's not reliable. But yeah, I don't have Spotify, unfortunately.
I just thought of one of these that I'll just say this, Darren, if you don't mention it, I'm definitely going to.
Okay.
Is there a lag?
Is there?
No. You wait. You said you were going to mention something. You're talking about right now?
No, for the thing.
Okay. All right. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here. This is where we're going to wrap everything up. I want to thank Ronan for joining us. He had to jump out pretty quickly. Didn't get a chance to participate with everything, but good to have him here. We also have Darren in the house. Make sure you go over and check out Darren's channel and support his content. We do have a super chat, Lynn Wolf. I'll read it in a second. Check out Jake's channel as well. What is your uploads like, Jake, right now? What do you got going out?
So the schedule right now is a little bit sporadic. I aim to have like an established schedule going in the new year, but for this last month, I'm going to have some long form videos coming out, including one where I rank every MCU show, film, and project. That's going to be a bitch to edit, but it'll be fun. I've got a couple of projects coming out where I rank, 2026 comic projects based on anticipation, films ranked by anticipation, and aside from that, the normal stuff, Secrets of Arkham, Secrets of Marvel, all the ranking videos, Let's Plays. I am definitely going to try to push as many of that stuff out as I can by the end of the year, and then going into next year, we'll have a more established schedule, if you will.
Okay. And Joe, check out Joe's channel. Are you going to be live on Tuesday, Joe, or no?
That is my current plan, to be live on Tuesday.
And what was your most recent video?
I haven't put a video up since my Spider-Man interview. We lost Danny Segrin, who played the very first live-action Spider-Man on the Electric Company. We lost him almost a month ago at this point, though it wasn't widely reported. And I interviewed him 10 years ago in 2015. So I published my interview with him from 2015. So that's my most recent. But there's more coming.
Okay. And Bob, obviously, you find him on the Showcast. Go over and check out his channel. When is your next live stream, Bob? I think you're usually live on Thursdays, right? Aren't you live on Thursdays as well, or Wednesdays, or?
I haven't been able to do Thursday a whole lot because I usually been working Thursday night, like today. But I think we're playing the podcast for Monday. I don't know my work schedule yet. That's the issue. My work schedule is kind of really flexible, and I might work nights. Okay. I definitely have stuff in the pipeline. I have plenty of stream clips I think I could add to a great video. I have my top 10 and top 10 worst Enterprise episodes all put together. I need to record that. I also have Fantastic Four First Steps versus Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. I also need to edit that together. I have lots of editing projects I haven't had a chance to with work and family and stuff, but they will get out at some point. They won't get out.
I was going to give Darren a chance to do his shout out too, but I think he's AFK.
I'm here. There? Sorry.
Oh, okay. So you did your stream before my stream tonight as well, right? Or is that only on Mondays?
No, I had Pipeline came up today, or came out today. We talked Zootopia 2. We had some technical difficulties on today's episode, but it was still a very fun talk. And maybe keep an eye out if you're a fan of this channel, potentially.
Maybe. Possibly. All right, before we go, $2 super chat. Okay, who is your favorite artist played then, fam? So spoiler alert, I don't like a lot of the music that people request at the club. I just play it because that's what people are requesting. I would say my favorite artists are usually very weird or very not super popular, I guess you could say, artists. So from this year, I would probably say Snow Wife is extremely good. Oh, there's Bob. Wait, hold on. Let me see what Bob's got. I'm gonna blow this.
No, I do Last FM, and those are my top 2 of the year. Devo, because I went to a concert, and Genesis is my go-to band.
Yeah,
anybody pays attention.
I love Genesis. That. Wait, Genesis, Phil Collins or Robert?
Do you mean Peter?
Peter Gabriel.
I love them both, honestly. I probably listen to Phil Collins more because that's just where I learned. But I love the Peter stuff too. Lamb Lies Down on Broadway is one of my favorites.
So for me, chat, look up Snow Wife. Look up Adela, not Adele, Adela. Kate Tronada is good too. Love a lot of Kate Tronada stuff. Let me think. Who else do I really enjoy recently? Chew Hollis is good. BB No Money. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that person or not. I like BB No Money. 1-800 is like one of my favorite club songs right now. I don't know. I like all the old shit too, but everything I named, like everybody's face looked like it was blank. So maybe I'm the weird one. I don't know. So
I just wanted to say to Bob, Genesis allowed is not. Is banned for Ben.
I have so many memes of Kirk demanding Genesis, and then they send him the Genesis self-titled CD, and he's like, "Thank you."
Hey, if we're talking about, go ahead, Darren.
Go ahead and finish that, and then I'll say it. Go ahead.
Okay, no, I was just gonna say that I do like a lot of old school music too. So if you guys want to ask me what I love from back in the day, it's a completely different list. Go ahead, Darren.
I just have a question here. Why shouldn't you have ducks on your basketball team?
I don't know.
They always make foul shots.
And with that being said, we're out, everyone. Thank you so much for all the support on the stream, and we'll see everybody on Monday. Take care. Hey there, if you're seeing this, that means we have reached the end of the stream. Thanks so much for your continued support with comments, likes, subscriptions, super stickers, and super chats. I just want to give a special shout out to all of the channel members who have contributed to the success of this channel with paid tiers. On the screen, you will see your name displayed as a signal of appreciation from myself and the channel. If you would like to see your name on this list, consider selecting a tier with the join or plus button depending on your platform. Thanks again, everyone. Let's hang out soon in the next stream, and I'll see you then.